E ho mai kai ke mai luna mai o nā mea huna no hea o nā mele. E ho mai, e ho mai, e ho mai, e ho mai kai ke mai luna mai o nā mea huna no hea o nā mele. E ho mai, e ho mai, e ho mai, e ho mai kai ke mai luna mai o nā mea huna no hea o nā mele. E ho mai, e ho mai, e ho mai. I'm George Kahumoku. Here's a song written by beloved Queen Liru Kalani, a song of aloha. Ha'aheo ka ua i nā pali, ke nihi a e ala i kana hele, e hahai ana paha o ka liko. Uai i lehua o uka. Joining me is Megan. Aloha oe, aloha oe, e ke o na no i kali i po. A fond embrace, oh iho until we meet again. The ukulele. Kahalia, aloha, kahiki mai. Ke hone a e ku'umanawa. No oe no ka'u i po aloha. Aloko e hana hane. One time again. Aloha oe, aloha oe, e ke o na no i ka lipo. Ahui ho e no iau until we meet again. Until we meet again. Take out the instrumental. popo puhu ike I ka nani Na pua rose o mauna wili I laila ia mai Na manu Mi ke ala I ka nani o kaliko Aloha oe Aloha oe E ke o na no I ka lipo A fond embrace Oh, iho no ya Until we meet again
Okay, that's enough tease.
Until we meet again
Aw.
Aloha.
Aloha, that was gorgeous.
Oh, thank you.
I just want you all to know.
I don't know what to say.
Sorry we had a late start over here.
The whole time that we were frantically dealing with the technical issues, we were listening to that beautiful guitar, and I don't think I've ever been more relaxed.
Yeah,
It was
Megan
gorgeous.
got to see firsthand why we're always a little late.
Yeah, you guys in the chat, this is so much more of a big deal than you know. Now I know.
It's a production.
Yes, it's
Wow, that was just absolutely stunning.
well, thank you for having us. Tell me a little about how this whole thing started. She said you were here for two months or something. How did this even get started? You know?
I think I was just kind of fun employed and a little bit bored, and I have a lot of friends that are just fabulous musicians, and we would hang out late at night and have conversations with each other about theory or history or technique or philosophy of music, right? And I realized that all these conversations were just kind of lost to time, right? They're very ephemeral. They would as soon as they were done, they were gone. And that musicians who are, you know, just starting or trying to learn, or anybody might just want to be a fly on the wall for those moments, you know.
So do you record or do you archive all of these shows that you do?
Oh yeah, every one of these you can.
Oh, that's what we started doing too with our shows.
Yeah.
On Maui, yeah.
Yeah. So Uncle George made us the most banging dinner
Yeah.
I've ever had in
That
my
was
life.
so delicious.
Every bite, you just brought over you're like, this is from my garden, and this is from my garden, and this is from my garden. And every bite was.
Well, you know, you're lucky thing you had eggs and you still had stuff. And the thing is, you had the tools. You had the big frying pan, man.
Yeah.
That was the thing. That was the thing that made it. You had all the tools in the garden and
Yeah,
so wonderful.
I was like looking in my pantry and I was like, oh my God, we actually have a can of Spam, which is popular in Hawaii.
Yeah, it's like a go-to food. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can eat.
And you made us the most incredible Spam fried rice. You weren't even planning on cooking that one.
Yeah.
And it was the best fried rice I've ever had in my life.
Yeah.
And what else there? You brought corn from your garden.
Now the corn actually came from Cabrillo, the farmer's market.
Yeah. And the roasted vegetables were from your garden.
Yeah, we had zucchini. We had roasted red onions that I harvested, and we had some celery, and I think we had some carrots, like we got the rainbow carrots, and then we also had some potatoes, red potatoes to keep from our garden too.
And I went, I've got a non-zero amount of space behind my house with some big fruit trees and stuff, and I was like, nothing's in season, and just like a Hail Mary, I like went out to just like look at every tree, and we had some oranges. I don't think we had any of those during dinner, but we realized that my grapevines had a bunch of grapes on them. So
Yeah,
we had
those
good
are
grapes.
really good. Yeah.
yeah.
So, and I think that's the other thing is that, what you're doing with your show is you're trying to make connections, and a lot of the times when I connected with other musicians, it wasn't through music. It was always through food first.
Yeah.
Tell us the story about B.B. King.
Yeah. In the 70s, I went to California College Arts across right over the hill, and in fact, I know this whole area because I used to go fishing on the San Pablo Dam River many years ago. I was here from '68 to '74. I took up art. I used to cast bronze, and some of my classes were at UC Berkeley. It was on the campus. It was off University Avenue, a place on Gilman Street, and there was a foundry. So I learned how to cast bronze there. But during the breaks, I would also work as I was a journeyman welder, so I knew how to lay pipe. So I laid a lot of the pipe. In those days, the old port of Oakland was all a rubbish dump. So they were, outfitting it, putting in water lines, sewage lines, and all kind of lines. So I laid out that whole place. And the guy who was a foreman was a black guy named Sylvester Marshall, or Marshall Sylvester. I can't remember which was first or last. But he had a blues bar on 7th Street. And he invited me. He knew I was a musician, so he said, come on by. And so I went over, and then I met B.B. King. I didn't know who B.B. King was. And at the time, I was like, in my 20s or something.
Right.
And so the first thing I met about him was, I didn't even know his music. We didn't even play music. He came with his guitar, and then he had I think 6 suitcases. And one of the suitcases had his clothes, and the other 5 suitcases had pots and pans. I guess wherever he went, I guess he wasn't welcome in some of the places he played to eat with the people. So he brought his own food. So it was on 7th Street.
This is a sadder story than I thought.
Well, but so he went over to 9th Street, which had a farmer's market, and they had it was incredible. They had like open market. They had whole pigs, parts of the pigs. They had beans and all kinds of stuff, and chickens and chicken feed, all the stuff that I grew up with on a farm. So that's the first time. And the thing is, he got me involved. I didn't even hear him playing music. Now this is all before the music. This is like before the music, on a Sunday or something. So he's preparing all this food, and then so he's got me picking beans. He buys this 10-pound bag of beans, and I think it was black-eyed peas or something. And then first thing he says, well, he's teaching me how to cook, So first thing he does, he puts all the beans in this big pot that it was in his suitcase, and they float to the top. So he said, all those floaters, you throw them away. That was the easy part. Then he put the pan, and we had to go through the whole thing and pluck out stones and pebbles inside of the beans. So he said, when they pack them, I guess they're making them so fast that they got rocks in there. So you don't want to eat rocks. So that took us about almost 3 hours to pick out all the rocks. So and then he had his big cast iron frying pan. I think it was bigger than yours. And he made cornbread, and he had a big stock pot. He put about 10 pounds of pig's feet in there, made smoked pig's feet, and ham hocks. It was a ham hock. And then he put onions and garlic and bay leaf and all this stuff in there, and baking soda. And then he had another pot that he soaked the beans in, and then we couldn't eat. I thought we were going to eat tonight. No, this is going to be a feast for like a whole week. So he soaks the beans overnight, with baking soda, all this stuff. Then he rinses it out a couple of times, and then he starts cooking it. Then he has a hammock. Then we had turnip greens, And then at the same farmer's market, we're going through it. He picks up the chitlins. He calls chitlins, but we call them, na'au. We call it na'au, the intestines. So he cooks up and he shows me with a knife how to turn them inside out. I said, well, in Hawaii we get so I just busted out a chopstick and I took the chopstick and he showed, oh, that's how you guys do it. We do it with chopstick. Easy with a chopstick because it has some grip on it. With a knife, it's kind of slippery. We turn the whole thing inside out. We clean out all the volleyball. It's like the inside has this slime in it. Then you turn it back in, and then, it's a whole long process. So that was my first impression with B.B. King. Then later on that night, I heard him play music, and afterwards we jam. So my first introduction to it wasn't through music; it was through cooking. So he gave me a lesson to cook cornbread, turnip greens. Your turnip greens are really great, by the way, in your garden. Man, those are unbelievable.
Yeah.
And the color, I don't know, how did you get the purple color?
They're actually purple tree collards were, I think, bred in Richmond originally. They're like specific to this area. And when me and Laura May first moved here, we went to this, what looked like a garage sale, but it was somebody just selling plants. Mm. And we got like a little purple tree collard. It was like that tall. We stuck it in the ground and it got huge.
And that's all you need to do.
and so we chopped off big limbs of it and made huge pots of collard greens. Yeah. And then every time we cut a stalk off, we'd stick it in the ground again. And now it's to the point where we've got more collards.
Yeah.
It's obscene how many we have. Because every time you cook it, you can just put the stalk back in the ground and it grows a new plant.
Yeah, that's how it is in Hawaii with a lot of plants too. We call it cuttings,
Oh yeah, I'm envious of that growing zone. You can grow guavas there.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah. I was really blessed to. I grew up with my great grandfather, so he was the one who taught us to plant and all like that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, we finally got to play music. I said, "Oh, wow, that's pretty cool,"
So you guys were hanging out
after you picked through the beans,
and then you heard him play music, and you were like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah. So that was my introduction. Same thing too with other musicians I met, like played with Norton Buffalo, and also with Elvin Bishop, and we never connected through music first. We connected always through food. That's how we made a connection, and then later on the music came, So that's how we, But we're all gardeners, farmers, hunters, fishermen.
Yeah, that's part of why me and Laura May bought this house. Is there's a bunch of 20-year-old fruit trees.
Oh
They said the best time to plant a fruit tree is 20 years ago, and the second best time is now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Let's give chat some love. We've got so many people in chat.
Well, I don't know. Let's see.
Aloha chat.
Yeah, we've got
Aloha from Portland.
Evan and Larry is up early. He's visiting. Larry, you're in. I'm blanking because I'm having to come up with it on the spot on camera.
Not Hawaii.
Yeah. Hey, it's early.
Did we get any? In Hawaii, it's like 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock or something. 6 to 9. If this is over, it's 9 to 12.
We've got the
Slack Key Show. Yeah.
Oh, but we're gonna have to check out the Slack Key Show after this. Slack Key Show, you've got a very famous Slack Key guitar player who now knows who you are.
Oh, that's his show.
Oh, that's your show?
That's my show.
Oh, well, of course it knows who you are.
It's a show that I've been doing for 23 years, I think.
Oh, incredible.
I do workshops over there.
We can set you guys as a collaborator if you want. And
whatever. Yeah,
we could both have this video up.
Yeah.
And then we've got Tim, of course. He's another.
That would be my husband.
We've got Screebot, who's absolutely awesome. He's a flamenco guitar player.
Oh.
Not the flamenco guitar player in Chimera, but another one.
Oh.
And
you guys have such.
He gave you an emoji like this.
Okay, that's good. Yes. Me, Shaka, brother.
Shaka.
I can tell you a story about that too, if you wanna.
We've got Dimitri. Hi, Dimitri.
I heard of that name before.
Me and Evan always try to get Dimitri to come on the show, but I think he prefers to watch the show. Someday, though. Someday we might.
For now.
We've got J.S. Babs.
I'll tell you, it's different being on this side of the camera, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Usually I'm making trouble in the chat.
Me and J.S. Babs have some plans to cook some bison burgers over at the San Pablo Reservoir.
That sounds good.
Yeah. Me and their partner and Laura May are all gonna hang out and
Sounds good to me.
cook some bison burgers.
Invite
That's gonna be
me.
sweet. We've got a new face, new name.
Esther Lieberman from Oregon, from Portland.
Yeah, I think I know Esther Lieberman.
Aloha from Portland, Oregon.
Yeah.
Aloha, Esther.
I usually play at a place in Portland called, that's in Eugene, the Aladdin Theater. I did that for many years. And then we played Eugene at a place called The Shed. Then I played at the something Bridge Center over on Medford, and also in Bend, Oregon. Yeah, I've been
Oregon
really
is so
blessed.
beautiful.
Yeah.
I was just up in Portland.
Yeah.
And I think to round things out, we've got Sean Dickin. Hello, Sean. Such wonderful people in chat right
Hello,
Okay.
chat.
So speaking of Slack Key Guitar Show, is that what it's called? Slack Key Show. Slack Key is the tuning that you play in.
Well, actually, it was the Spanish Cowboys. You got to go back to 1893.
I am
Oy.
super excited to learn about this.
Me
Okay.
too.
I'm super
Me
excited for
too.
this
For
story.
being
It's-
an ukulele
I've been
teacher, I know
interested in
surprisingly little
Slack
about.
Key for a long time, so
Yeah.
it's going to be really nice to.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, 1793, there's a guy by the name of George Vancouver who comes to Hawaii. Actually, 1778 is when Captain Cook came over, and he had, a mishap. When he came to Hawaii,
That's
Captain
one word
Cook
for it.
came. we have a god, a fertility called Lona, and he's sort of like a Christ figure, and in the Hawaiians have this thing called where they gather food and taxes. They take actually this cross with a head on top of it and has kapa. It looks like, and they take it around the islands called Karanaka. And that's how they gather food and taxes. They tax the people. If you're a kapa maker, you make cloth. If you're fisherman, you donate fish, whatever it is. And that's how the ali'i, the chiefs.
Oh, we forgot to mention that about the dinner tonight. That salmon you brought.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
That was good too.
Yeah. We I don't know. You wanna go with the history? You wanna go back talking? I keep talking about food all the time.
One thing that came up when we were writing up here is that there was Hawaiian music before guitar and ukulele even came to the islands, and it was chant.
Yeah, it was all chant, and we had all percussion. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Before before George Vancouver and those guys came in, and the musical instrument was our voice. I did an opening chant that said, "Behold, eho mai kaike, mai luna mai e from above, o na mia." That's Hawaiian word for the kind, everything, for the up this dimension, third, fourth, sixth, seventh dimension. Huna, secret, noya, secret knowledge, known and unknown. Eho mai, coming to me, and the ona mele means also song, but also means vibration. So the chant really says, help me vibrate at the same level as my environment around me. The wind through the trees, the waves in the ocean, the earth. Everything has vibration. Even a rock has vibration. So in the chant, we're asking ourselves to vibrate and become at one with our environment. That's what the environment. And you're calling on all your ancestors, all of your genealogy and your DNA back to whenever to join you. So that's what that vibrate at the same level.
That is stunningly beautiful.
Yeah, that's a chant been passed down in family for thousands of years.
I have chills right now.
Yeah,
That's so beautiful.
That's what it means. And then, so you want to go? We want to talk about food, or you want to talk about?
Well, from chat, Evan asks, when did it start really incorporating ukulele and guitar?
Well, the guitar. Okay, getting back to after Captain Cook came, then along comes another captain, George Vancouver, and he brought over to Hawaii the cattle. He brought over a couple of wild bulls.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
And then So they let them go at Kealakekua Bay. That's only about like 10 miles away from when I was born and raised, in Kona. And then they put a kapu, as you cannot made the cattle sacred so nobody could touch them. And less than 30 years, that herd grew, they said over a couple 100,000, almost 1 million cattle. And at the time, our houses were made out of grass. So not only did they clear out all the grass in the fields, but they started eating the thatching off of the houses.
I could see that being a problem.
A home-eating animal.
Right.
It'd be like if we farmed giant termites.
Yeah. And so the cattle, and Hawaiians had a certain way of planting their house. Like they'd have these stone walls, like in between the stone walls, they'd have tea leaves, and the tea leaves were used to make a drink called ukulele, like white lightning. The underneath is huge root, but the leaves are used for blessing, and also for wrapping the food in to cook.
Evan in chat said, "Wow, even the houses are food in this street."
That's right. Everything comes back to food. Food is love, and love is Hawaii.
So anyway, it was because the cattle would come in not only to eat the houses, but they would come in to eat the leaf. But inside of there's this wall. Then you got the tea leaf, but inside of the tea leaf, the big areas was sweet potato, taro, tapioca, all of our staple foods. And the cattle would trample all of that just to get to the tea leaf, so they would destroy our food source. And I'm talking about like 1 million cattle.
When you say tea leaves, do you mean like the same leaves as green tea and black tea?
No, I'm talking about TI, not TEA.
Oh, tea.
Yeah, we call it key leaves. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And it has a little root. Same thing like you stick a cutting in the ground, and it grows, and then the top grows, and that's what they make the hula skirts out of. In fact, we even
I know what you're talking about now.
it's kind of like a wide leaf, and then we use it for blessing and stuff like that. It's also wards off spirits, and it's kind of weird. And then, like on my farm, I had about 35 different varieties of tea leaf.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I was growing tea, like TEA.
I grew tea too. Yeah.
It turns out it's a camellia.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a camellia, but the flowers are like these little tiny white flowers. But the leaves look just like any other camellia. And I tried to brew some tea with it, and it was not good.
But the thing is, what you gotta do is you gotta ferment us.
Yeah.
On my farm, I had about 300 varieties of fruits and vegetables, and about 9 kinds of herbal teas that I go, but they weren't that variety. Ours was like momake, kokolao, good for Hawaiʻi. That some of them were used for I don't know what to call it. Like, can I just say it? Make your dick get hard like Viagra.
Oh! Spanish fly.
That would be not an aphrodisiac.
Yeah, that's the deal. I didn't know how to say that.
Yeah.
So we got all kinds of teas like that, Yeah. So my wife would let me drink that tea only twice a week, or I'd be climbing her every 2 seconds or something like that. It's really fun.
She said you could only drink it twice a week.
Yeah.
She forbade you from having that tea more often.
Yeah. So I had all these herbal teas growing, and I had about 100 varieties of taro, 35 varieties of bananas.
I love taro.
Yeah, and
so
anyway, getting back to the story with the grass.
Oh, Larry said, "Now I'm listening." Also, Tim said, "To cows, the houses are made of candy." That's how gingerbread men feel about us.
Oh, wow.
Eating their houses. So
I gotta get back to Slacky,
Yeah.
Okay.
I was gonna say,
I hate-
eventually
yeah.
this is gonna loop around to guitar and
Yeah.
ukulele, I think.
I have a passion for music theory, and I've been looking into this Slacky thing, and it's really interesting. Is it okay if I talk about how I understand it?
Okay, just talk about how you understand.
So it seems to me like, if you were to take a normal guitar and drop the 2 deep strings and the high 1 string down a whole step, so it was kind of the same shape as an A chord. then you kind of be in an open G tuning. And then you take that whole thing, the whole guitar, down a whole step from there. So then it's C, F, C, F, A, C.
Right. Now it's in F tuning.
Yeah. So is it diagram time? Is it time for our first diagram?
Okay, you can
Do it.
that.
Let's do it.
Let's diagram this out.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't know.
Also tangents like crazy.
Yeah.
So the rules of this show are tangent. If
I
chat
think we're
changes.
suspending the tangent.
Oh
one,
yeah, this
'cause
is
we'll
way
die.
gonna be off. That's right. Or if usually it's if Jesse interrupts Liz, but I think it should be if I interrupt Jesse because
I may have just interrupted you.
Oh well, okay, yeah. Maybe it should be mutual
So
because I'm an interrupter.
I need
too.
to not interrupt you.
Maybe if we interrupt George.
All right. Diagrams. All right.
Diagram.
Are you ready, guys?
Okay.
Let's see. Uh-oh.
Alfonso Balvenie says your food show sure talks a lot of music stuff. This is true.
Alfonso, how you doing, man? Let's see. Why do we not have...
So the cows.
Okay, go back to the cows.
No,
Okay.
but the cows they needed cowboys.
Oh yeah. So
And the cowboys.
came from here, from actually California, but it was Mexico at the time, and they came from actually they came. I live on the same road where they came from the Castro family, place called
Oh.
Adobe Road. Yeah, it was. I went. They had an open house. It's like a state park or something, and I went in there and I saw their story how they sent the cowboys, 3 cowboys, Ramon and some other guy. I forgot the names, but came. And my great grandfather is one of the guys who learned how to play. To rope cattle, and they left the guitars behind. My great grandfather got one, but they had 3 different guitars. One that played the guitarone, that played the bass.
Mm-hmm.
Then they had a 6-string catgut that played the rhythm, and they had a 4-string guitar, and also had a violin that played the lead. So that's why we call it kanikapila. Which means the sound of the violin. But it's not the violin. It's like it's like we get together and we actually jam. That's the Hawaiian word for jam. Jamming together. Kanikapila, the sound of the. So it took 3 instruments to make that wonderful marathi. You see that in bands today, marathi bands. They got 3 guys playing. Usually a guy playing bass, guitar, another guy playing the rhythm, and the guy playing.
Bajo Quinto, is that the one it's like a 12-string, but it's got 5 courses?
I don't know about that, but the ones so anyway,
man.
So when they left,
everything is broken. The diagrams are broken. Huh. All right, we're gonna go back to this.
Okay, so anyway, here comes another sea captain. His name is John Parker, and he comes from Massachusetts, and he marries the great granddaughter Kapeka of King Kamehameha the Great. And he talks to King. They're having trouble with all the natives are restless because they want to get rid of the cattle. They have no food. People are starving. So captain goes over to Monterey. And he approaches the Castro family, and they send 3 cowboys. And by day, the cowboys teach they're called vaqueros, but in Hawaiian, we don't have V in an S, so we call them paniolo. That was the Hawaiian word for Hawaiian cowboy. And then at night, they would bust out the guitars, and that's when the Hawaiians would, they went from chanting to the guitar. So that's how the guitar started off, yeah.
So I'm going to make an attempt, since the diagrams, I don't want to debug them right now. I'm going to tune this guitar to standard, up to standard, and then back down to slack key.
Okay.
I can't believe that thing's not a piano.
Oh, you thought I was reaching up to a piano?
I did. I thought there was a keyboard.
Eventually, I'm going to have a camera angle on that.
Mm.
Liz, if you're watching, bring over more cameras.
Yeah. So anyway, so the Cowboys came. They taught the Hawaiians how to rope cattle and all that. But that night, they had a 2-year contract. Was from 1830 to 1832. Then they left, and then they left a few guitars behind. And the Hawaiians, happening in California, of course, is the gold rush. So there's a shortage of meat here in California. So they made a deal with the Castros. They started sending over the live cattle back to California to feed the gold miners. So that's how that whole thing started. And then, my grandfather's one of the Paniolos. And the way they did it those days, they couldn't. What they would do is they drive the cattle into the ocean. Then they tie them on the side of rowboats or canoes. They would actually swim them out to the ocean. Then they put a strap on it, and they actually put them into the bellies of the ships. Then they ship them over to California, slaughter them in California. Because there's no refrigeration. That's how they did it.
Oh, so you had to...
Oh, I see.
Huh.
So it's the whole thing. And then when they left a few guitars behind. My great-grandfather was one of the guys who got it. And he passed it on. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's incredible.
So it's in our family. So
music's in your blood then.
Yeah, and then also we became Paniolo, ranchers. And I grew up, on a ranch. Eventually became Parker Ranch, the John Parker's. But we were from South Dakota, so we became McCandless Ranch. It was an offshoot from Parker Ranch, yeah.
All right, I'm going to see if I can show chat how you get to slack key tuning. So here's normal guitar. Right? So if you were to take your low string and drop D it, like very common tuning on. Right? So that's your low E.
Yeah.
And then you also dropped your A to be the same kind of thing as drop D. So now you got this on the bottom. And then you drop your high string down a whole step, so your high 4 strings are kind of like a banjo. So now I'm tuned D, G, D, G, B, D. And then if you capoed your guitar at 2nd fret, it'd be that.
Yeah.
But you've then taken the entire guitar way deeper by a whole step.
Yeah.
So is that where slack key comes from? Because you're slacking the string?
Yeah, slacking the strings. But
okay.
But the taro patch tuning that you're talking about was other cowboys tuned their tune, but my grandfather tuned to his voice. So his strongest voice in those days, and we didn't have a capo or a tuner, so he tuned it down to E flat. So that's
even a whole step lower.
Yeah. So that's what I play, and I learned. And then what he did is, our villages were all
So let me just think about the deep string there. So I tuned mine to drop D. That's down a whole step. If I were to go to where you're at, that's down another whole step. If I go where he's at, that's down another whole step.
Right. So
he's dropped his low string down half an octave.
Well, I don't know I don't know the theory, but I know what you're talking about. And then what he did too is he tuned the ukulele. So if you hold C, you're actually only E flat.
Oh, he did the same thing.
Well, yeah. So he tuned everybody. So now this is how we learned it. He's like the chief.
Did he tune the ukulele up? Then?
No, he toned it down. Everything went down. Yeah, down to E flat. So if you hold the ukulele, you strum C, you're playing E flat. So our whole village, everybody played. He was the chief, so everybody played at E flat. Okay.
Oh wow.
Now we get together with another. They're about 100 miles away. Larry Kapana guys. They learn the same thing, but they learn to hold real C, and they call it. And we don't have the same names. He calls real C, but they're in a C tuning, C. Then they call F. We didn't know that word F. We called it second C. Then we call the G7, we call that 3rd C. So A, C1, C2, C3.
Got it.
Then we hold.
You're in the key of C, and
Right.
then the most common chord, the second most common chord, and the third most common
Right.
chord.
So that's how it
very
starts.
cool.
And then for all the keys too, D1, D1, second C, second D, all over the. We didn't know the. Then when we got together, so everybody's kind of disconnected. So and then we didn't know. This is like 20, 30 years later. We get together, and they have these slacky festivals in Honolulu. We get out together, and we're all playing different tunings. And then the thing is, I had the lowest tuning, so we're jamming out together. And me, I didn't,
You
I
could
didn't.
just capo up or
Well,
bar,
yeah. I didn't.
he just
I didn't
bars.
believe in using a capo, so I was just, if you want to play a G, then I just hold. I was in E flat. I just hold like my second string or the third fret. But then I could play with them, but they couldn't play with me. Because they're in G. How are they going to get E flat? They got to go all the way down here or something.
Yeah, you'd have to go way up here.
Yeah. So
that chat can hear exactly how deep you have your guitar tuned. My guitar is just slightly modified from E standard, right?
Okay.
I've dropped 3 of my strings down a whole step. So now strum your guitar open for me for a second.
So I just.
So I'll have to do this. I'll have to do this to my guitar.
And a lot of guitars in those days, it would start to buzz, but my grandfather did is he just took like a matchstick or something, put it underneath of the
He was telling me the matchstick trick on the
yeah,
way
you
up,
just
too.
put it underneath of your bridge, and then you could raise up the guitar.
Raise up the action a little bit.
Right, yeah.
So, because when it's slack, it's more likely
Yeah,
to buzz.
so it's buzz, yeah, and stuff like that.
Oh.
And then we were shortage of strings, so I learned how to if a string broke, we know how to tie a square knot on the string, and and then wherever the knot was, we just play around it. You know what I
Jesse,
mean?
do you remember when I was stringing my bass and I showed you a picture of how I strung it, and I strung it once I strung it 7 times, and then another time I strung it 30 million times, and, and I just had no idea what to do because I'd only ever strung ukuleles.
My OCD jumped into a bathtub with a toaster when it saw
I'm
that.
sorry. I didn't mean to do that to you.
Yeah.
My mistake.
Yeah, there was one string on a tuning peg that was so wound so high it was about to snap over the edge. One was spun the direction.
Yeah.
One was on the wrong path.
Yeah.
Dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria.
It was madness.
Yeah.
With ukulele, you buy a string and it's twice as long as it needs to be, so that you can wind the extra around, so that if you break a string, you can keep playing.
Yeah, and you didn't know that basses have this cool thing where you cut the string
Yeah,
and
I
stick
didn't
it
know.
straight down in the peg,
Yeah.
so there's no sharp spot.
Yeah.
I don't
So
know
I
why
sent him a
all
picture of
instruments do.
Iz's ukulele with all the extra string wound around the pegs.
Yeah.
He's like, this is madness.
So anyway, that's how the guitar came to be in our family. So then later on, I started playing with a lot of vocalists, famous vocalists like Auntie Juno Keawe, and then the old slacky guys. They just played the one key, and there is no flats or minors or diminution or anything.
Yeah, when you got to my house, I was surprised that you were barring all over the place in different keys. Even though you're in an open tuning, you'll play in whatever key.
Yeah, I can play in any key.
Yeah.
So I learned how to do that because I had, when I started my slacky show, I'd have the vocalists come, and they were like elders.
Yeah.
And they always, their thing is they start in F, then they go to G, then they go to A, then they go to high C. There's falsetto thing. So, so if I started in E flat, then I got a capo second fret, then they go all the way down, then I run out. So it's easy to tune my guitar to F, then I just capo the second, use my finger I never did use a capo, but the only reason a capo, I put it on the bars when I put my guitar down, so it doesn't change the tuning. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
I put
Oh, that makes
that's
sense.
the only reason I use a capo, but I always use my fingers.
Ah.
So you barred in, like, let me show you. Well, it's kind of hard to see. No, I gotta go.
Wait, I can. Here, I can.
So right now I'm in F. So I go to my second fret.
Probably if you hold it lower, it'll be easier to see.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I go to second fret. Now I'm in G. Then I go to A. Then it's B flat to C, D, E, back to F. And then the shaping is really easy. Like the bass, I never did learn all this stuff, but I learned from my students something called 1-4-5. So the best 1-4-5
Something
song
called 1-4-5.
I learned was called Louie Louie. So you go, this is hello, hello, oh girl, but you gotta go now. That's in F. Now, if I want to go to G, the turnaround key is the D. Hello, hello. But look to the shape. A bar. You see how simple it is? Now I go to A. Again, bar.
Right, Evan?
1-4-5. Then you go to B flat. So the shaping stays the same. You see what I mean? A bar. Then this. Then you go to D. E, all the way down. So it's a lot easier than regular tuning. To me, slack key is way easier than regular tuning.
Sorry.
Okay, sorry.
So that means when you're barring straight across, you can be like, there's your one chord.
Yeah.
Oh, that diagonal
Right.
is your 4 chord.
Yeah. And this is 5. See, so look how easy it is,
Yeah.
And the turnaround is always going to be a 5, yeah. Now we go to C.
Yeah, so that is whatever key you're in, straight across.
Right.
I mourn for the diagram thing right now.
And then diagonal.
Right.
And then diagonal
Right.
up 2 frets.
Right.
Got it.
And then we started, then Brother Is and I started using the minor chords like this. Yeah. I saw you in my dreams. We were walking hand in hand on a white sandy beach of Hawaii. We were playing there in the sun, having so much fun on a white sandy beach of Hawaii. So the beach is so you bar it and just put one finger back and just stand it up. You see how it is? And for every chord. So it's the same thing. So it's
Incredible.
a lot easier to play slacky than it is regular tuning. Yeah.
Tim, if you can hear me, can you come in this room? There's a guitar that I can't reach.
Would you like me to hand you this one?
If you don't mind getting a... Well,
Yeah.
okay.
We're here to learn.
I'm so excited.
Okay. Look at the chords. All those wires going around.
Yeah, exactly. This room is a lot more booby trapped than you would think. Okay. Oh, this thing is
It's gonna
huge.
be okay. Kind of tight.
I'm in the
You know, we
corner.
can get a ukulele and we could take the high 4 strings and put it in this tuning. Would that be better for you? I actually brought a baritone ukulele in here just in case you wanted that.
Okay, let's do that.
Would that be better?
Yeah.
Anyway, so going back, so that's why I developed a tuning so I could play with anybody. So instead of being in E flat, like if I record on my own a solo album, most of them I record in E flat, and then if it doesn't really want to get that high song, that high tune, then I'll just tune the key, and then that's only one tuning now. I know about 120 different tunings, so every time we tune the guitar, even one string or whatever, then it turns into a whole different thing.
Okay, so what is this supposed to be?
All right, so you got to tune that string down a whole step. Would you give me your C, F, C?
C.
The next one.
F.
Sorry, next C. So your deepest string down to...
Yeah.
I think you might have it, actually.
I think I have it except for the top string, but I'm sure you're better at it than I am.
Actually, no, you're doing so good. I don't want to steal your thunder.
Does that count as interrupting? Because we could drink.
Yeah, I think that was.
Cheers, chat.
Yeah. I think that was interrupting and condescending. I should have to drink twice.
So
I should have faith in you.
No, you should not.
Yeah. When I watch you guys did, so I'm just trying to.
Drinking.
I'm just trying to figure out the drinking part. So that's why it's called
Music Theory Slumber Party.
Oh, the slumber part is the drinking part. Yeah.
Well, the slumber party is just we do it so late that a lot of times everyone just crashes here afterwards.
Oh, right.
I think you wore pajamas in the first one too, huh?
I usually wear pajamas. I almost always wear pajamas. I'm actually
You know,
not
I wear
wearing
pajamas all the time. I have like my formal pajamas and my at home I wear pajamas.
Wow.
Is that sharp or flat? Not bad. Not bad.
Give it a stroke. There you go.
Easiest ever.
Do you have a baritone at home?
Yes, I do.
Well, there, perfect. Yeah.
But it's not tuned to usual ukulele baritone tuning. It's tuned to an octave down from a normal ukulele.
You have an octave ukulele.
I have an octave ukulele.
Well, then just capo it. Oh, that simplifies your life. So you're...
Yeah. So I learned this from Uncle George about a month ago.
Oh yeah, I guess.
It's slack key ukulele.
Yeah.
You could... So your deep,
You only have to change one string.
Yeah, your deep string is on your octave baritone. Your deep string is a G.
Yeah, it's a G3 instead of a G4.
So capo it at 5th fret.
Or maybe a G2
capo
instead
it
of a
at 5th
G3.
fret, and you can play along with it.
Yeah. Oh
No,
yeah.
actually, you can just play. You just could try and strum your your ukulele. We're in the same key.
Yeah. Yeah, we did it. Yeah.
Okay. And there's her 4 strings and my 4 strings on the bottom of the C. Yeah.
So
I feel like this is a good time to plug Lark Camp, which is where I teach ukulele.
yeah,
Okay.
this is a phenomenal time to plug Lark Camp.
Yeah, it's always a good time to plug Lark Camp.
You should go.
Oh, it's 8:15 a.m. where Larry is.
Larry, remind me where you are. You're in Istanbul. You're in Istanbul.
Not
Right.
Constantinople.
Not Constantinople. Been a long time gone.
No, we don't do that. Where were we?
Wait.
Tangent.
You want to go back to the Cowboys and Snacky Toonie, or where do you want to go?
Well,
I can.
Larry said it's 8:15 a.m. where he is. He's
Lark.
yeah,
Yes, Lark.
He's watching us from Istanbul right now. I believe.
Sean Dickens
Oh.
says, "Why did Constantinople get the works?" That's nobody's business but the Turks.
Yeah, Lark.
Yes, Lark.
Plug. So I just signed up for Lark.
Yay! The illustrious Jesse is coming to Lark.
Well, I want to find out about that too, maybe.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
I would
it's like-
die and go to heaven if you would come to Aloha
It's a-
Land.
But
It's
what
okay
what time of the
us.
month or when
It's almost always late July, early August.
Okay, wow.
And it's in Mendocino.
Yeah.
And it's
I
freaking
played
fantastic.
a lot of music.
Alfonso's going to Lark.
Yeah.
Yeah, Alfonso, see you at Lark.
You guys, it's gonna be such a party.
Yeah, basically, it's everybody's in the woods for a week.
Oh,
and
yeah.
it's so deep in the woods, there's no cell phone reception or anything.
You get away from
Yeah.
everything, and like the people you rub elbows with are like the best musicians you've ever
Yeah,
met.
you can't
Like,
turn a
everywhere.
corner without running into an incredible musician.
Yeah.
Oh, right on.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you just sleep in cabins and eat amazing food.
Well,
and take
I did the
classes.
California music camp way back in 2000, and I was
The
a
Russian
teacher there.
River isn't where Mendocino is, though, right?
No,
Two
Mendocino is
different
up
places, right?
farther to think.
I'm so
Yeah.
bad. I'm so bad at geography.
I don't even
I am
remember,
too.
but
Actually, he's
but-
like, I think I've been there. I'm like, I can't tell you. I don't know what the
but
stream is
they had
called.
2,000 students there at this one,
Oh, wow.
and cabins and everything. So the rush, and then it would, it was so hot, like 100 something degrees, that I actually sat in. And those days I was sponsored by a rain song, so I went in the water with my carbon fiber guitar and played in the water.
Oh,
And my
nice.
my students, so I could be cooled off. And my students sat on the banks, and that's how I taught my classes when I taught slacky guitar there.
And then all your students were in the river, and all their guitars got ruined.
No.
'cause they
They sat on the banks while I was in the river, and then and it was a live river because the salmon would go right in between my legs and everything. Yeah, they had salmon.
Just catch one, throw it up on the shore.
I know. I was like, tickle salmon, toss it back.
So and I also taught at Elkins Davis. I taught at Savannah. I taught at Berkeley School of Music. I taught there for 12 years. And I also taught for Chet Atkins in Knoxville, Tennessee for 12 years.
Wow.
So, and
Berkeley School of Music.
yeah, and I had 2,000 students there for about 13, 14 years teaching guitar.
Wow.
Yeah. So,
Megan, you want to try the trick we were just doing, the barring
Yes.
straight across and then
Yes, I
doing
do.
the diagonals?
Oh, okay, I gotta adjust a little bit.
okay, yeah.
So pick any bar. So it looks like you're at, let's do fifth. You're at 5th fret. So go 5th fret for us. And then let's do that trick you were doing where it was a bar and then you
Yeah.
did the
yeah.
diagonal. So Megan, go 5th fret straight across. Nice. And then may I? Megan.
Yes. Fix it.
So,
So from 5th fret,
Oh.
diagonal
okay.
straight across.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I didn't know the shape.
yeah.
Yeah.
I desperately need a
Yeah.
diagram right now.
Yeah.
We'll
Okay.
we'll debug the diagrams in a sec and see if we can diagonal this way.
Yeah, gone now. Yeah.
Nice. And then there it is. So there's your 1-4-5 progression.
This look like like the what you call it?
Do you
Either
just play the high 3 strings when you do that? That straight across?
I don't bar there. I just play the but if I go to play strings, I'll go all the way down.
Nice. But also, I was watching a video of yours, and you were doing some much more intricate shapes than that. I saw you do something along the lines of, oh, that guitar's over there.
Well, let me show you. So this is all we're doing is I call it like the trail, everybody but we're doing really it's like the scale. So it's like this. When I teach slacky, I just 3-1. That's shaping number 1, open. Then shaping number 2, shaping number 3.
Ah. Ah.
Now then I add bass. Then the bass is 5/4, 5/4 street, 5/4. Now we added bass rhythm lead. So that's how it's just like the. It's just the skills. Then when we play all this fancy stuff, all we do is playing the skills. If you just hit any place over there, you're going to be right on key. See?
Oh my gosh, your harmonics are magic too. He can do harmonics on at least. Well, he could do harmonics on 3 frets on an ukulele.
So it's kind of like
Is it easier to play harmonics on a more slack string?
I think it's all open tuning. So this is what.
Yeah, I think that open tuning is what is making it magic.
Yeah. That was reveille or taps. Oh dear, I don't know.
You're not. I'm gonna do one quick thing.
Okay.
I know you're not wearing headphones, so you won't be able to hear this.
It's okay.
But, I'm gonna show Chad a harmonics trick while we're on the subject of harmonics.
Okay.
Yeah, harmonics are so cool.
So if you get the harmonic on 5th fret, the harmonics in between 4th and 3rd fret, that's a major chord.
Here, put this in your ear.
And then you've got.
I can listen. I can hear.
Okay.
Yeah, I can hear.
Okay.
So, and then you've got down a string, another major chord, and down another string, another. So if you take all those major chords and you add up all those notes, and then you put them all in order and figure out how to play them from high to low or low to high, it sounds like this.
Oh, that's so cool.
And then you can play like in a key.
Hi, Laura. Oh, that's so neat.
Anyway, there's a harmonics trick for you.
Okay.
If you go to Lark Camp, let's plug Lark Camp again.
Evan's going to Lark Camp.
If you go to Lark Camp, I will in person teach you how to play that harmonics trick.
I mean, how do you get to be an instructor or something at the Lark
I'm
Camp?
not
Oh
an
my
instructor
God, I will
yet,
hook
but
you
I
up.
want to be. I want
Oh,
to
yeah?
I
be.
have an idea that
Yeah.
Jesse should teach the. I don't know if there are any Larkies out there who have ever taken the Guerrilla Music Theory class, and it was given by Shadim Zenkel, or maybe Shadim Jenkel. I don't remember.
I know there's a Zinko. This is
He's a mandolin player. He's
I don't-
I played with. I
No
played.
way,
I
Rocky?
played with him. Yeah, I played with him.
Oh
He
my
came
gosh!
to Hawaii.
I'm gonna email him this
You go
recording.
tell him. You go tell him. Yeah, tell him that he played. He played with me at the California. There was a California Coast Music Camp. That's where I met him over there. Yeah, back in 2000.
Yeah, so
he had
he's back in Czech Republic now.
Yeah, that's where he was from.
And,
Yeah.
But he went to Lark once, and I taught his son a tiny little bit of ukulele, and he taught this fantastic class, which was about being able to tell from opening chords of songs that you know really well.
Yeah.
What the chords were. So
Yeah,
and it's kind of like the way
Kind
I
of an
think
ear
of
training.
yeah, it's ear
Yeah.
training. It's like the way I think of like intervals. So like Bali High is like or like
The
when you were
South
doing
Pacific. You just busted out South Pacific.
yeah, because it's a 7th major and minor.
Yeah.
Or am I wrong? 7th?
Well, for me, I never did learn all the chords and everything. It's just played by ear, so if I hear it once, I can play it. No, it doesn't matter what song.
Yeah, I mean,
Seventh, just a seventh.
I always learned theory because I kind of needed to be able as a vehicle for figuring stuff out. But if you've got the ears, theory doesn't buy you anything.
But I tried to, my students tried to teach me theories. The only thing I learned is the 1-4-5. That's the only thing I learned about theory.
Evan,
Like
you
if
say-
you're in F, then you go count 1, F, G, A, then your fourth chord is going to be, B, and then C. That's how I learned.
Yeah.
That's the only theory I learned. But the rest of the stuff is all, I just hear it once and
Well,
Yeah.
that's how we learned. Yeah.
Radim is his name, but his name is actually Radim. Because he's Czech.
by the way, hello, Laura Bruckner. How are you doing? It's nice to see you.
So when you were saying, like, I need to get these two modes in my head, I'm going to sing a little bit of The Little Mermaid. I was like, you would be such a good instructor for that class. Like, all he has to do is give you the stuff. If he's not going to teach it himself, then I think you would be an excellent teacher of this class.
I've never heard gorillas play music though, so I don't know if I could teach gorilla
I
music.
heard somebody talk about that gorilla thing.
Yeah.
Gorilla music theory?
Should we do another song? Your songs are so beautiful. Should
Well,
we do another one?
we talked about slack key, but I wanted, and then the ukulele actually came almost 80 years later. It came with the Portuguese, so that's how long.
So the guitar preceded ukulele by 80 years.
Yeah, and then before even the ukulele came the steel guitar, the bar with the guitar in the 1880s.
Can I tell you about how ukuleles are earlier than guitars, though?
Well, not,
Sure.
Yeah, well, not in Hawaii, but it's
Not
it's
in Hawaii.
Yeah.
No.
So ukuleles happened, and then guitars happened, and then guitars showed up in Hawaii.
Did I tell you this
And then
already?
ukuleles showed up.
Yeah, it's just
So ukuleles predate guitars because the Renaissance guitar was tuned reentrant GCEA. It had 8 strings, not 4.
Ooh, should we tell chat what reentrant tuning means?
Oh,
does it
sure.
mean?
Yeah, go ahead.
Uh,
You want... No, go ahead. Oh, it's your talk show, buddy.
This is your moment to shine. You're a
all right.
teacher.
So, this ukulele... I both are right,
This
but
one's
I feel
not
kind of
in
pretentious
reentrant
saying
tuning.
ukulele. But it does seem appropriate while you're here.
oh.
Yeah, this one does not have reentrant tuning, but if this was, my dog has fleas instead of my dog has fleas.
But this is my dog has my dog has
Oh, yeah,
my
my dog has mine.
Yeah,
That's
'cause
true.
You double that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So, a
You are right.
tuning that goes from where consecutive strings always go from deep to high or from high to deep, right? That's kind of the standard that you'd expect. But if one of the strings is kind of an octave you wouldn't expect it to be in,
Violin is reentrant, right?
no, violin is deep to high.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
other-
So,
And actually,
Mandolin?
yeah,
the
normally,
mandolin is tuned like a violin.
That's right.
So it's also low to high.
So a standard tune ukulele, the deepest string is this one, and this one's higher, and this one's higher. So that's reentrant. It's basically not in order from low to high.
My dog has fleas.
And a 12-string guitar is actually low to high, except for the second set of strings in each course are actually reentrant.
Oh, interesting.
I don't even know what you're talking about, entrance. Or
Yeah.
So
how
play
your
play
low
this
strings are
set of-
octaves and your high strings are unisons.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But if you just played,
So if you played those two,
just
back and
play
forth,
the
it'd be an
top
octave.
string of each course alone.
Okay.
I interrupted Jesse.
No, just the top string of each course and skip the other one.
What do you mean the top one?
That's it. But all 6 of the tops.
What do you mean all the 6 of the tops?
So now the
Just
next
that
one.
one, just that one, just that one, just that one, just that one. Yeah.
May I?
Do you hear how it's an octave apart?
Oh, I see what it.
So like. Right?
Oh, I found fascinating. Yeah.
Okay.
Keys go low to high, and then from here, it actually jumps down again.
Oh.
That's so cool.
So your highest string on a 12 string is actually the doubled course on the G string.
That makes sense.
A 12 string has 3 more half steps than a normal guitar would.
So cool.
And every time I try and play a 12 string song on a normal guitar, I'm like, oh, the G's in the wrong octave.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah.
I can show you how I learned slack key. Starting with, I learned the tuning in I can play the ukulele if you want me to show you in that tuning how I started off. Would that help?
Either way.
Okay, then now
I would actually love to hear you play another song.
Yeah,
Okay.
Chat wants another song too.
Well, what I like to do is show.
I have a request.
I show you a song that was done before we used slack key music traditionally. Like I did the chant, but I'm going to do a chant. This is a chant that was passed on for thousands of years before the guitars came, and I'm going to use use only percussion. Yeah. Then later on when the guitar came, then we added the bass, rhythm, and lead. So let me see if I can. Yeah. Okay. This is a surfing song, and it talks about a place called Hawaiʻi. It's on the Kona coast where I was born and raised, and talks about surfing on the coast. This is for the guys in Santa Cruz, guys in to the ocean. So it talks about going up the wave, coming down the diagonal, crisscrossing the wave, and getting caught in a barrel. We have different names for it. We call it moa, which is like the tail of the chicken. So we call it the wave the tail of the chicken. And then there's also a verse
like
that
Pico de Gallo is beak of the rooster.
I was thinking it's a cocktail.
yeah. So anyway, and it tells them, and then there's a verse we were explaining of this about later is ha, which means the breath or the story, ina ia mai, which means come and tell the story, ana kapuana, and kapu means sacred. So what you do is removing the sacredness of the song. So some of the chants were so sacred it couldn't be shared without. And then it talks about you flying across the waves like a bird, like the manu. So I'm going to show you the old style tradition, just using your voice in chant form, and also we had percussion, where it's sticks. We call kala'au. We had the pahu, the drums, or the ipu that we used. It's like a gourd. But this is the rocks that came actually from where I live on Maui.
And they're beautiful and
they're
polished.
Well, I didn't even polish it. This came from the ocean. When the lava rock hits the ocean, it comes from the river, and they just tumble, and they just get polished by the nature itself. And then remember I talked about the mele, the vibration. So this has a vibration of its own. So this is you can clap along if you want, and it goes like this. Ia he ia la ranalu he anna he anna he anna I taha mutula o I anna I taha la anna u I ki kahala Ia e kai ai kui hewa ko ula a ia I taha poli. Last verse, haina. Haina mai kapuana la o halala ita nutu manu. Haina. Haina mai kapuana lao la lehe o na lani. Okay, that was the traditional way. Now came the slack key guitar, Now we're gonna add bass, rhythm, and lead, and melody line, to the chanting. Put these rocks down, okay. And now we're gonna play bass. Harmonics. Same song, same chant, but now it's with slacky. Anau iki kahala o ia ita kai ai kuieva ai kuieva koula a ia ita poli. Haina mamai kapuana Ola la haita nutu manu Haina mai tapuana la Olele ona lani Haina mai kapuana la Olele ona. So the same song with with some slacky music. See? Yeah. Oh, okay. Thank you. So this is just one example, but I wanted to also show how I started off on the ukulele. Would it be a good story? Can I switch and use your ukulele?
Sure.
You gotta hold on to this guitar for a second.
Has anybody noticed? Anybody in chat? Have you noticed this yet? If we go right here.
Oh, and zoom in a little.
And we zoom in.
Yeah, we got a little.
Uncle George has 3 of those.
Actually, we got actually 4 of them. I got 5.
Oh, I'm sorry.
One of them belongs to my brother-in-law George Winston, and I can tell a story about that too because he was the guy.
There's literally a Grammy in my house right now.
Yeah. So anyway,
again.
and to tell this story, I started off at 3 years old, learning how to play the ukulele, and it started off with my great grandfather Willie. So first of all, I grew up with 26 cousins all in the household, and everybody's running around crazy. And Grandpa was really pretty strict, but I was running past him, and the first thing he does is he grabs.
Oh, someone's Laura Bruckner is asking, brother-in-law George Winston, the pianist.
Yeah.
Yes,
that's right. Oh, let's talk about. You want to talk about George Winston first, then we come back to this, because he was the guy who actually made us famous.
I'm so taken aback. I could listen to you talk about anything forever.
Right?
Well, let's talk about George Winston for because he's, back home when we played music we never played solo. I mean, I played solo at home by myself. Early in the morning, my grandfather played solo. But when we played, for a gig, I always played with my brother. We're known as Kahumoku Brothers. Then with my son, we're known as Kahumoku Families. Even Larry Kapana. All of the guys we were all family oriented. We played with other people. But when George Winston heard us, he saw us as he wanted us all as individual soloists. Ah. And what he did is he actually launched us into this whole different world we didn't know about, And he was, with Windham Hill, and and he started this company called Dancing Cat. So my brother recorded with him first, and then my brother said, "Hey, you gotta go check out this George." And George Winston actually heard us on the radio, but what he saw, even though he heard 2 or 3 guys playing, he wanted each guy by himself. So he recorded my brother first. My brother had an album, it did really good, and then he recorded me, and then he paid us some amount of money. We went into the studio, did the song, and then when I listened to my first recording come out, I said, "What?" He took out all the vocals. He took out all the sing, whatever I sang. He took it all. All he wanted is instrumental. And at first I was pissed off, right?
Rightfully
yeah.
so.
Then I got my first royalty check for $40,000. I said, "Take out all the
Never mind.
take out all the instrumentals." So he saw something that we didn't see. Number one, he saw us as individuals, and number two, and then when then we started playing instead of we were playing down at the bar or someplace, and the blenders going on the seafood buffet. The people are just they're munching their face, filling it with lobster and steak, and the plates are rattling and everything. But when he recorded us, we started playing in great listening rooms like Great American Hall.
Since this is a very food-themed episode, I have to tell you at some point in the episode about the best steak I ever had.
Okay.
But keep going.
Okay. So we started recording us, all of the, and we started playing, and he would partner us up with, and we never did play together. Now we're all in. Our communities are very isolated. I was like 100 miles from the other guy, and we're all playing our own tunings and everything like that. And then they started doing these concerts with all the Slacky guys. That's when we started meeting each other, thanks to George Winston. And then we get together with jamming, and it's you do that tuning, this tuning, and then we try to play with each other. Then that's when we learned the real. I was playing in so anyway, and then. That's what launched my whole music career here. But all the stuff I learned was from home, and this is how it started. So I'm running around with my grandfather, and he's like 3 years old, and I'm going crazy, just like little kids are. And he grabs me by the arm, and he stops it. He says, "Stop." Then he tells me, "Slow down." Then he says, "Breathe." Start breathing. Slow down breathing. Then he says, "Stay right here." Then he goes, we were in a farmland, and he goes into the coffee, and he breaks off a 4-foot branch. So I'm thinking, I'm going to get a lickings. That's the old style, Then I also noticed, if he's going to lick me, all 26 of us are going to get lickings. Okay? So if he licks me and then my 26 cousins, when he's finished giving me licking later on, my cousins, because they got licking, they're going to come back. I'm going to get lickings another 26 times after that. So this is like 3 years old. I know
One per cousin.
Yeah, for every cousin got lickings. I'm going to get lickings from them for.
Oh yeah.
So this is how my grandfather rules. This is like kind of like communism or socialism, or whatever. But he hardly had to scold us already because we all kept each other in check.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
So that was the thing. So anyway. So and then he takes a stick and I think he whipped me. No, he breaks it in half. So I got 2 sticks now, 2 feet long. Then he breaks it in half. Now I got 4 sticks, 4 feet long. And at 3 years old, he says, "This is your kuleana." And I'm thinking, what is kuleana? He said, "This is your responsibility." So he makes me responsible. He puts the 4 sticks on the ground, right by a water tank, and he gives me small little pieces of watercress. In fact, we had some in our salad tonight. Watercress from my garden. So I planted it, and I had to take care of that 1 square foot.
Oh, he made 1 square foot of land.
Right.
For you to tend to.
Right. So this is breaking it down. Then by the time I was 5 years old, I had planted, this water tank is like, 20 feet in diameter. So I had planted the hole underneath of the water tank, okay? By the time I'm 5. But at the same time, this watercress was, it grew to about 18 inches, 2 feet long. So we were eating out of this for years. Now, by the time I was 10 years old, I was taking care of 10,000 square feet, which is a quarter acre. By the time I was like, 30s, I was taking of, 40. And when I reached about 35, I was taking 7,000 square feet of land. You know?
Wow.
But it all started with that 1 square foot. So anytime I come to a problem where I can't solve it and everything, I go back to the basics. Okay, number one, do what Grandpa says. Stop. Okay. Then I slow down.
Yeah.
Then I breathe. Then I remember, what is my calling? What is my responsibility here?
Yeah.
So those are all the lessons that then okay. So he's teaching me all of this now. Now he's doing the same thing with my 26 cousins. Between the, he taught us how to build houses, how to hunt, how to fish, how to take care of families. So that's then he busts out this ukulele and he's tuning it. Now I'm tuning actually to that open tuning, but remember that this was in E flat. It wasn't in C.
Ah.
Okay.
So he had that open tuning, but down in E flat.
Yeah, right. But same fingering, but it was in flat. So this is the first. I just want to show you the first chords. This is a.
Can I before we start?
Okay.
Say hi. We have a new person in chat. Spill it.
Quickers.
Spill it. Quicker.
Spill it quickers.
Anyway, it's very nice to meet you, Spill it. Thank you for joining our stream and participating in chat.
So this is the first tune I learned. 3 years old. So I learned that at 3 years old. So that's all this, and then what he did is he gave us a kuleana, a responsibility, So that was the foundation for my whole and then I wasn't able to put this all together till, of course, later when I got older. I said, so whenever I get a problem, I don't think what I would think. I always think what would Grandpa do? You know what I mean? So I'm actually tapping into this universal wisdom. You remember that chant before? I'm actually tuning in to the vibration of my ancestors. You see, the vibration of the environment. So that's kind of powerful stuff right there.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So anyway, I thought I'd just share that, So yeah.
Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah. So give me back the ukulele. But that's how I started with ukulele. But when your fingers got big enough, about 9, then I transferred over to the guitar, and I actually didn't get a 12-string till I, at the Waikiki Shell in Honolulu. It's 20,000 people. I got to see Peter, Paul, and Mary, and I think it was Peter or Paul. One of the guys was playing a 12-string guitar. So that's how I got to play.
Is 12-string common for slack key?
Well, it became Gabby Pahinui started playing the 12 strings. He's like one of the first guys who played slack key. So then I wanted to get a 12 string, but I couldn't afford one until I was older. But then,
I would imagine if you're tuning that deep, having the higher set of strings on there.
Well, what I liked about it is that you get this mandolin song. Because in my family, we had all these instruments on the wall, just like you got. We had mandolin, we had violin, we had saxophone, we had, accordion, but we couldn't play them. My grandparents and they wouldn't let us play the instruments. So, but luckily for me, my grandmother made a drink from the tea leaf. Remember I was telling you?
Yeah.
She would take the underneath, ferment it.
But it wasn't tea.
Not the T-E-A. I'm talking like T-I.
She made it with tea leaves.
You know what? We have a camera angle where we could look up tea leaf and show.
T-I-L-E-F.
We could show everyone what a tea leaf looks like.
But underneath is just a big root, and then, it's 300 pounds. And when you put it in an emo, it comes out like black, like molasses. Really sugary. And then they would distill that. Yeah.
So,
Well, I don't want to.
Huh. Wow.
We're just cursed tonight.
Yeah. Well, anyway.
Very strange. All right.
So then everybody would pass out eventually from Tutu's homemade drink.
I've Googled tea leaf, T-I leaf, and it's amazing. And I can't believe I get to see it.
Google it at home,
and
kids.
You guys don't. So
you Google it yourself. But anyway, it's the
But then come back to the stream after you do.
Yeah, and then but it's the root that has the most power, and people. Hawaiians will use it for blessing. We plant it all the way around our property. This is what got in the cattle, because the cattle would come in to eat tea leaf. It has a lot of energy.
The leaves look almost like the leaves on a bird of paradise.
Yeah, but the bird of paradise is different. Let me tell you. This has a lot of energy, the plant, itself. It's we call it mana, a lot of spiritual energy as well.
Oh.
And then anyway, everybody, we'd have parties with 2,000 people, and there'd be the party before the party, getting ready, cooking all the food, then the party itself. With no refrigeration, so we had to have another party to eat up all the food before everybody went home. All this stuff.
It's a good problem to have. You have to eat all this food.
So this is when they would party, So, but they also be taking this drink. Then they would pass out. Then we'd grab all 26 of cousins. We'd grab the instruments, jump over the stone wall into the forest, and we'd mimic all the songs we've been playing, that we've been hearing for a couple of days, So that's how we learned how to play instrument. Every single instrument it was,
We've got Kenneth in chat. Hello, Kenneth.
Hello.
Kenneth?
Where's
Mana
Kenneth from?
Heaven.
I believe I actually used to live with Kenneth in Berkeley for, God, we lived together for a decade or so.
What part of Berkeley? I went to school there.
I was like a block from Ashby Bart.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Prince Street. On Prince Street.
Oh.
Yeah.
I used to play on off of Ashby, the old Freight and Salvage. You remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Off of Ashby.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I played there, and then they moved over to the new Freight and Salvage. That it doesn't do Freight and Salvage anymore. Yeah. It's like a fancy place, yeah.
What, do you remember Urban Ore?
Yeah, I heard of the name, yeah.
Yeah, there's this place on Ashby. So I'm about to give you guys some Lark trivia that is going to blow your minds, because it blew my mind. And if you don't already know this, you never in a million years would have been able to guess it. So there's this place called Urban Ore, right off Ashby, and they've got like old doors and toilets, but it's like huge. It's like stuffed animals, and like you just walk through this, and it's just like all this like old stuff that you can
like an
buy.
Antique mall kind of thing?
Kind of, but like warehouse size.
Oh, okay.
Well,
like you can also get like lumber there, and like it's crazy.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's a crazy place. And back in the early days of the internet, there was a video that was like Sparkle Party. The German Sparkle Party. Who remembers the German Sparkle Party, where they're like all wearing like tight sparkly spandex and talking in a German accent and dancing? That was filmed at Urban Ore.
Okay.
Wow. And the lead singer in it was David Wagner, the executive director of Lark.
Oh, really?
So if you've ever seen that video,
Is this trivia or blackmail material?
and the youngest person in the video was Ryan Feldhaus, who I'm in a band with now, Chimera. You guys should check out Chimera. I'm in this band. Oh my god, these guys are so
I
good.
cannot wait to see you guys.
They're so good at music.
What kind of music are you guys playing?
They're playing
Cover song originals?
It's an oud player. So there's like,
oh yeah,
like,
I played with an oud player.
Yeah,
before.
so it's like there's like Turkish, Middle Eastern
yeah,
stuff
yeah.
in there. But then the guitarist is a flamenco guitarist.
Oh wow.
So it's like this fusion of flamenco and like Middle Eastern maqam.
Oh.
And then
Macomb tax. Put a quarter in the jar. That's another tradition of this stream.
So they posted a video on Facebook, and it was so good. It was this song, and it was like flip-flopping between being in 7/8 and 11/8, and it was just absolutely wild how cool and difficult the song was.
Wow.
So I filmed myself playing bass along with it, just because they're really good, and I wanted to film a video of it. And then they called me up like a few weeks later, and they were like, "What's it good? You want to play bass for us?"
Oh, so that's how you end up on it.
Yeah.
Oh, you were playing it at home? Or
Yeah, I got the video that they had posted online.
So you just played, and then you just did it. Oh, that's a great.
Yeah.
It's the wave of the future.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So,
well, I
yeah.
can't wait to see you guys. I'll get up to your neck of the woods.
Yeah,
and
we've got
see you guys
shows
play.
coming up.
Where are you guys playing at?
Yeah, I should know this because I'm.
We have internet problems today, though. So
Go to chimeramusic.com. Also,
How do you spell chimera?
It's not how
Not
you
with a
expect.
CH.
It's like I
Yeah.
think like the Turkish spelling. It's Kaimera.
Oh, that's how Hawaiians would spell it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Maybe it's the Hawaiian spelling. I don't know.
Yeah.
I assumed it was like the Turkish spelling, but maybe it's the Hawaiian spelling.
Well, I was lucky. I was there in a 68 to 74, going to California, but there was demonstrations. I don't know if you remember People's Park. I was doing that time.
Oh yeah.
And there was a place called,
yeah.
I don't know if it's still there, Cody's Bookstore. You remember Cody's? And we'd have poetry readings by Gary Snyder and another guy, Michael McClure. You know, he actually taught me, and also, what's his name from Carmichael? One of the guys with the Black Panthers and all those guys, you know.
Oh wow.
Ron Dillums, you know, these are guys who were just running for councilman at the time. So I got to play with, what's her name? Janice Joplin over there.
No.
Yeah,
way,
yeah.
Really?
At Cody's Bookstore, yeah. There'd be happenings over there, you know. Got arrested, all kinds of stuff like that, yeah. So it was
I'm so envious of the life that you've led.
No, you wouldn't be envious at all. And I see you guys are drinking and stuff like that. And I got into a bar fight with the Hells Angels over there.
Really?
On Broadway and 51st Street, a place called George Caves. And all like that. I was playing music and somebody tried to go. And I got shot with a 357 Magnum. That's why I gave up drinking those days. Yeah.
You're kidding. Where did you get shot?
In my stomach. It went in one side. It came out the other side. Yeah.
Holy.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. I ended up in the hospital. When I got out, I had to go to jail for starting the fight. Yeah, I was drunk and stoned. And
I
all that.
might put this down right now.
I know, right?
So,
One more sip.
so anyway, that was the last time
Last sip.
Yeah,
Last
that's
one, I swear.
that's in stories I'm not gonna I don't know if I should be telling it stuff on the air, but that was my
Yeah, we're very casual.
okay. That was my story about alcohol and stuff like that. Yeah. So that was the last time I did anything.
That's a good reason to stop.
Yeah.
That's a good reason to stop.
So yeah, those are some different days, you know, and yeah. I also played with some other guys. Like one of my good friends was this guy Tom Walter.
Yeah.
And he was a sculptor actually. He was into brazing, and he made brazing, and then he would, he was inspired by Ruth Ozawa. I don't know if you heard of her from San Francisco. She's inspiring all of us. So he would make these things, and he would it looked like big kites, but he would use fabric with us. And I was actually doing monumental stuff. I also studied with Peter Volkes, who was a ceramicist, but I knew how to cast bronze and I knew how to weld, so it was a whole different world,
Wow.
George, is any of your art still around?
I don't know about, but I did show some stuff at San Francisco Museum of Art, and also I was actually on the Alameda County Arts Commission. I was with the Oakland Museum of Art way back in '72 for 2 years. Yeah.
Oh wow.
I started this thing called the Artist Research Center with Tom Walter and a bunch of us. And we got a grant for $20,000. We did about 50 murals all the way from Hayward.
Did you say in '72?
Yeah.
That was before I was born, and you look better than me. How is your secret?
He eats a lot of fresh vegetables, I'll tell you that.
You look good.
Oh, thank you.
Agree. Totally agree.
Well, I getting old though. I cannot do this. I used to buy, put on like 600 posts a day.
Wow.
String, barbed wire, all of that.
Now you're down to like 595.
no.
That's right. Yeah.
Nowadays, I'd work like 12. I farmed early before. Then I taught school all day. Then I played music till about, 11 o'clock at night. Halt, slop back, went to sleep.
Lark
Then
Camp hours.
yeah. Then I come home around 2, get up at 4, do the whole thing again. 2 to 4 hours sleep every night. I did it most of my life. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
How many hours of sleep?
2 to 4 hours of sleep every night most of the time.
I would die.
I would also die.
Well, the thing is, if I actually,
I would kill and then I would die.
well, actually, I was kind of bipolar and also manic,
Oh, that happens
So-
when you don't sleep enough. Mm-hmm.
and so actually, I was able to redirect that energy, and I couldn't keep still, I always had to do something, so my mind was always going and going. So, but I used that energy to my advantage, And also, when I grew up with my 26 cousins, I was also the very sickly up until I was 11. So my cousins got to do everything, go fishing, hunting, all of that. I didn't start till I was 11. So I became an overachiever. I would
Making up for lost time.
yeah, and everything. Even my cousins, I was the guys always hustling, making us get jobs. Even though I was the oldest, I was like number 11 in the line. So, and that's why I owe my success to the fact that I was bipolar and also manic.
Yeah.
I even had guys working on my farm that were like ice dealer. They were on meth and all of that, and I put them under the ground. I'd bury them. I was just so manic in it. You would think I was on drugs, but
Well, that kind of stuff doesn't, like uppers, like coffee even, doesn't give you energy. It just tells you to use the energy you have right now. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Whether you should or not.
Right? There's no calories in it, right? It doesn't really give you any energy, right?
Yeah.
It's just,
You're not burning anything.
yeah, just use the
Except
energy
yourself.
you have, right? Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Well, I grew coffee. I had 50 acres of coffee. I grew about 300,000 pounds a year.
I have little coffee plants that have been sitting in my bathroom window ledge. They're about this tall. I've got 2 of them.
Okay.
It started out with like 5 in the pot, and then I've killed 3 of them so far.
Wow.
Oh.
But yeah,
Well, maybe he
I'm
can
sure
give you some
your
pointers.
coffee plants were much bigger and.
Yeah, and then when I moved to Maui, I helped to plant almost 2,000 acres of coffee with a couple of.
Do the coffee berries taste good?
Actually, they taste really, really sweet.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, they're sweet.
That's not what I would expect.
Like, if you had to equate them to another fruit, what would it be?
It probably tastes like a cherry.
Like a cherry.
Yeah.
Now I want to eat a coffee bean.
I would
berry.
love to eat a slightly
but-
caffeinated cherry.
Well, so what?
Me too.
So what you do is we have machine that would actually take off the cherries just so you get the seed inside when they grew coffee. And then, the cherries would be laying on, and then the horses would eat them. It's just like giving them drugs. I mean, the horses eat.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
The
caffeine is even heavier in the cherry than it is in the seed.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. It's just like, it's really wild,
You
And
just have these yacked out horses.
And then most coffee beans have two sides to them. It's like, it has two sides.
Yeah.
And then, but there's one.
The bean you see, like when you hold a coffee bean, is actually half.
It's half of
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
half
It's like
of
this.
it.
But
Yeah.
then
Interesting.
at the tip of every tree, there's one bean that's a whole pea. That one has like 2,000% more caffeine than the whole.
Oh, my God.
So that's what we would sell. We call it pea berry. If you can get that, then
Oh, I've heard of that.
yeah, the pea berry has the most
I never
highest
knew what that
caffeine.
meant.
Yeah, it's just like it's one whole pea. Instead of two halves, you get one whole pea. But it's only at the tip of every single branch. So you're going to get like out of, maybe 10,000 pounds, you're going to get maybe only 100 pounds of pea berry. And that's sort out. And that we wouldn't even sell. We just keep it up for home use for friends and stuff.
Yeah.
You can look it up, the pea berry.
Yeah. Pea berry.
And I was one of the first to grow.
Look at that.
I was one of the first to be biodynamically certified. Yeah.
Huh.
So I don't know if you want to talk about guitars or farming or
We want to
songs.
talk
or
about
food.
everything.
Do you want to play another song?
Yeah. What song? You want to? I also am a Native Hawaiian practitioner, so let's do a song that's not Hawaiian. Okay.
Okay.
And I'm gonna put these rocks down over here so I can. Anyway, in 1980 sometime, maybe 84 or 86 or something, I met Jesse Colin Young from the Youngbloods, and he knew my music, so he moved to Kona. He had some place up here, but I think it was in a fire or something, and so he bought 20 acres of land and he wanted it to plant. So actually, I actually married him, and I don't know if license number 2, 3, 4, or 5, but he married some girl, and then I helped him plant, because I had mac nuts. I had 300 acres of mac nuts, so I helped him plant. So and it's through him that I met Norton Buffalo. When his kids he got 2 or 3 kids, and then when they got older, he started a school that was for it was a Waldorf school, and I was organic. He's pretty much a vegetarian. So this is a song written by one of the guys in his band, this guy Dino, and I kind of revisited this song not too long ago. I was traveling with Kimo West, and then I played for this No King's Day, in Santa Cruz. There's like 20,000 people. So I brought my amplifier, and then and my friend from Sausalito reminded me of the song. So this is a song that was done by Dino, but done by the Youngbloods in the, I think it was 60s. You can follow. Just so you can hold, you can follow, see.
Yeah, that might be out of tune. That ukulele.
See. Aloha mele himene, makauma ke ai, ho'okahi mauna, we anela, manu ke kahiu, ha'alama ke ai. Come on, people now, smile on your brother, everybody get together, try to love one another right now. Come on, sing along. Come on, people now, smile on your brother. Everybody get together, try to love one another right now. Love is but a song we sing. Here's the way we die. You can make the mountains ring, make the angels cry. There the bird is on the wing, we know not why. Sing on, come on, people now, smile on your brother. Everybody get together, try to love one another right now. Come on, people now, smile on your brother. Everybody get together, try to love one another right now. If you hear the song I sing, you will understand. Listen, you hold the key to love and fear. It's in your trembling hand. Just one key unlocks them both. It's there at your command. Come on, people now, smile on your brother. Everybody get together, try to love one another right now. Come on, people now, smile on your brother. Everybody get together, try to love one another right now. Right now, right now. Anyway, that's some of the songs that I recorded that with Cuba West, and then
It's gorgeous.
I love that song. Yeah.
You've exposed my musical kryptonite, which is singing.
Oh.
Ask
Mine
me any
too.
music theory question. Ask me to play any instrument. Ask me anything about any instrument. I got it. Ask me to sing, and I'm like,
All you gotta do is this practice.
Same.
When I first played slacky guitar, I mean, we would sing, but only among ourselves. But when we went outside, I was kind of shy, and all my students are shy when they start off. But
yeah.
you just keep on playing, and then you get the confidence. And after that, next thing you know,
The thing that I get in my head about singing is when I pick up an instrument that I'm not good at, like I'm not particularly good at trombone, right?
If you say so. I don't believe it.
I pick up a
I
trombone.
think you're good at everything.
And I derp on it, and somebody says, "That guy's a shitty trombone player," and I go, "Well, I don't play it. It's the trombone, right?" But when you sing and you're not good, it's like you. It's personal, right? People go, "That guy sucks," right? At his own voice.
That's tough.
Yeah, I don't have an instrument to hide behind, right?
That's a really interesting
That's what
perspective.
that's what I get up in my head about.
Because I totally do hide behind my ukulele.
I can't be like, if I like play a wrong note on trombone, I can't pull it away from my mouth and look at it like,
And it's
what's wrong with this thing?
It's external and it's kind of perfectible.
Yeah.
Like you can't tune your voice. There's no slide. Like all you can do is learn how to
But
sing.
when no one's home and I'm in the shower, there you
I
go.
sing a lot in my
all you gotta
car.
do is
That's my favorite place to
you
sing.
just gotta pretend that you're in the shower then.
That's true.
So even me, I played at big concerts like Edmonton in Canada. It's like 300,000 people. This whole ski slope is full of people, And when they get up on a stage, even though I'm playing solo just by myself, you know, when I sit down, I do the chant. I actually conjure up my whole family. I got like hundreds of my cousins are singing with me. And then in my mind's eye, I see all of them singing with me. So I'm never on a stage alone.
I come from generations of tone deaf people.
Really?
I don't know.
That shocks me.
My great grandfather, he was tone deaf.
Really?
I sing, and there's a chorus of ghosts singing out of tune behind me.
Enthusiastically making a joyful noise.
Wow.
You know, I grew up singing with my sister, and I'm like 1,000 times more comfortable harmonizing than I am just singing straight myself.
Yeah.
And I think you sing really good harmonizing and stuff like that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate you saying that. That is huge, actually.
Also, I know that you're a morning person, and this is pretty late for you. At any point, you can say like, you know, I'm sleepy. I want to go to bed.
No, actually, you know, just before he got us downstairs, and I took like a 10-15 minute nap.
Yeah.
And I'm all recharged again. I don't go for like, you know.
Yeah. We usually go till midnight, and it's about 40 minutes away from that.
Okay, no problem. This is like, I played music most times to about 11 o'clock at night, and I get home 1 o'clock in the morning. Because after playing music, I had to go haul slop for my pigs. You know?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I could pick up slop and then, you know.
Wow.
And I gathered like 1,000 gallons of slop before I went home after my gig.
I was at a party, and it's imprinted in my memory how cool this was. But I'm guessing that this is actually probably pretty standard for you. When I was at this party, they dug a big hole in the ground and filled it with coals.
Oh my gosh, yes.
And they put a pig in there.
Yeah,
and
I did.
Buried it. Yeah.
Well, you know.
You've probably done that a million times.
Well, the thing is, I had a piggery. I had 1,200 pigs.
Yeah.
And also became the president. And how I got into pigs was through my
Wait,
kids.
the president of the pigs?
The president of the Big Island, president Pork Association, and I was vice president for the whole state, and I was named Pork All-American in 1992.
That'll do, pig.
For the whole, I was really into pigs. Don't get me talking about pigs. We're never gonna.
Yeah, in the car we were like, maybe we don't need to know all these things about where pigs, how the sausage is made. Let's just.
Yeah, that's literally a phrase. You don't want to know how the sausage is made.
We don't want to know how the sausage. is made.
But I got into really animals because I had all these kids. You know, I ran this alternative school for kids based on hunting, surfing, and fishing. And I had about 200 kids, and then we taught them, you know, hand skills, how to build things, how to farm, how to build stone walls, how to build our own house. In fact, we built our own school, even including our bathrooms, toilets, and everything. So, so I adopted all these kids, and then eventually I had one son by birth, 12 at the time, so 13 kids. Then I started this 4-H club. Now we had 40 kids. And I raised cattle, but at the time I wasn't raising pigs.
Tangent.
Yeah, so that we ended up having, we would catch wild pigs and show them at the 4-H show. So it's kind of like make ass, you know, here's these guys got this champion pigs and we're showing wild pigs, raising it, but you know, Tusky and all like that. So I made it, so this other guy, David Twertes, he was a little older. I was like in my 20s and 30s. He was like in his 40s. He said, you know, he learned how to AI, you know, artificial inseminate pigs. So he said,
how to do what?
Artificial inseminate pigs.
Oh, artificial insemination.
The real AI, not the new AI, you know, artificial intelligence.
You know, all those AI experts, I'm going to look at them different now.
Yeah, that's right.
So you know, he thought, and then, you know, in those days, you would bring in frozen semen in a straw. Is this getting too what this is going to end up someplace, let me tell you.
Okay.
So
this story better.
Unlike the cows.
so anyway, so he taught me. So I brought in some, you know, and I AI'd one of my wild pigs, and that became the foundation for my whole herd.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because then the thing is, what the wild pigs don't have, the domestic pigs don't have, is mothering. If they give birth to 6 babies, 12, 15, I don't care. They take care of everything. Not one baby dies. They're so good at it.
Interesting.
So most of the big pigs are so huge, when they lie down, the babies go underneath, they crush them. The wild pigs will go down slow, and then if they go down and they hear a squeak, they jump right back up. They keep on going slow until they go down. But the domestic pigs, they lost their mothering. They're bred for meat quality, less fat. So I started AIing, and then I met a guy. I went to Des Moines, Iowa. I was pork All-American. They sent me over there. And I learned from this guy. He said, I was having a hard time. You got to put dry ice and this stuff to ship these huge containers. So he said, no, I'm teaching you how to do this fresh semen. So he taught me how to draw semen from the and he sent me semen from boars that cost like $30,000, $40,000, $50,000. And one draw would cost you about $300-$400. But he was from Hawaii, so he sent me all the best semen from all over the world.
And you would send him pea berries and
yeah.
I see how this works.
Yeah, I'd actually when I go visit him and stuff, I would bring like moo-moos and stuff from Hawaii that we had, that he didn't eat for a long time. So I improved my herds, and after
I thought a moo-moo was a dress. What?
Yeah,
Go
moo-moo.
back. What's a moo-moo?
Moo's a dress, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I bring the dress for his wife, because he was from Hawaii, right?
Oh, okay.
So stuff like that. So anyway, we developed, and
I thought we were talking about food again.
I know.
That's what I hadn't heard of.
So anyway, I learned how.
We could turn this story and we could edit it into a short video, just talking.
Oh yeah.
So anyway, I ended up, I ended up raising pigs for my kids, and my 40 kids was in 4-H, so they'd have pigs, and we started winning all the shows because number one, it had best mothering. Then I got this grant. I was doing a deep litter system. I saw systems in all because I traveled playing music. Went to Okinawa, Switzerland, Sweden, and they would use the problem of where our farm was. We didn't have any water for washing down, but I had all this macadamia nut husk, like the husk from the. So I used
where
that.
Where I grew up in Southern California, one of my neighbors had a macadamia nut tree.
Yeah.
And the whole ground would just be littered with macadamia nuts.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
This is
and
so tasty.
I'd ride my bike over there and I'd fill up a little bag with macadamia nuts and I'd crack them in my dad's bench press, like his.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
But then before it has a shell, there's a husk on the outside. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That husk I started using as bedding, and then I developed a system for making fertilizer. And actually, I only made $10 a head from the meat that I was selling, but I made $100 a head from the manure that I was selling. I was selling.
You sold all of the pigs.
Yeah, I sold I was making fertilizer, and the pot growers would come. They line up for blocks.
Just pot growers.
Yeah, because of the fertilizer was going. Now getting back to the pigs now. So when I started raising pigs, I ran this slaughterhouse. We're killing 180 pigs a week, and so I would kalua, like what you're talking about, 25 pigs every weekend for almost 25 years. When I had the slaughterhouse and all like that.
So kalua is the method of cooking the pig?
The word lua means hole.
Oh.
So kalua means the hole in the ground,
Okay.
And so what you do
Cooked in a hole.
Yeah, so what you do is you heat up the rocks red hot. And then you blanket the hole with leaves, like taro leaves, or I'm not taro, but the tea leaves, and even the banana leaves. So you're making a blanket. But then you take some of the rocks, and when you kill the pig, you actually you make slits. You stuff the red hot rocks in the body, underneath the neck, and all throughout the whole thing. So I would kalua 25 of those. I had 5 emus. Each one could hold 5 pigs.
Wait, emu?
Yeah, emu is like the hole in the ground. The kalua means the hole in the ground.
Oh, I thought you meant the bird emu,
No.
and I was picturing like it's like a mule, like a pack emu.
Yeah, I know what you're talking.
Like carrying.
I would believe anything at this point.
Yeah.
Hello, Alex Jones.
So
Alex Jones.
So then we covered with more
Alex
leaves.
Jones, you were on you said hello.
Sorry,
on a
the
previous
chat's
stream.
interrupting.
It's okay.
I think Alex Jones was on a previous stream.
Yeah, I think so too. I think he was the new last time. Yeah.
That's right. You were new last time. Hello, Alex Jones.
Welcome back.
So getting back to the story, so that's how I ended up with pigs for my kids, and then I got a grant, so they gave me a computer, and I was too busy, so I had a 9-year-old daughter, I raised her 6 months old. She was Holly girl. What I mean Holly, she's that Holly means without breath, and it means she's white, blue eyes, blonde hair. But I raised her 6 months. And her mom was a drug addict. She OD'd on drugs, so I raised her.
So the term for blonde hair, blue eyes is without breath?
Well,
if
you're
we look
fair
like we're
skin,
suffocating.
yeah, without breath.
Oh, we look like we're holding our breath and have gone pale.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So that's what it means, son. It's not derogatory.
Yeah.
It's just
I didn't assume it was.
So
I wasn't sure before today. I actually asked him
Oh,
on the
really?
way up. Yeah, I wasn't sure if hale was a bad word, but it's
Yeah.
not.
Yeah, we got other words that's bad.
There are bad words.
So anyway, she started entering all the figures, and you got to realize I had 200 people working with me, 19 families. I was running 7,000 acres,
Wow.
playing music, teaching school. I was school principal, running a slaughterhouse. I had a alfalfa. He had 19 pieces, almost $7 million worth of equipment. And but I had an army. We could put up a house in 6 weekends. We built over 100 houses in a lifetime.
Wow.
Yeah, but it's because I was just have a different mentality, and remember I had that energy. Only 2-3 hours sleep. So
Yeah.
so I was
I'm the
able
exact opposite of that.
to. So I had to I was able to redirect that energy towards positive stuff.
You are an incredible human being.
Yeah, well I was lucky, but and then make a long story short, I end up leasing all that land to all the guys who work for me, and then getting back to the emu. So you color the pig, and it was like an added on value. So we sell them the pig, only make $10 a head, but then when we color it for them, we charge them $100.
Ah.
So I made $100 on. So I made $2,500 a week just coloring pig.
Wow.
Yeah. But then I had my kids chopping wood. Somebody else doing this, doing that. Somebody gathering leaves. You still had to get the leaves and all of that. So,
Yeah, that's work. That is not free, right?
Yeah,
That's work
so,
too.
So
right?
then everybody made money though. The kids all my kids. The 13 that I raised by myself, all they all built their own houses. They get 2 to 3 houses each. My birth son refurbished 7 houses.
Wow.
So they all learned how to to work, and it's now the 2 that I got now. I married Nancy. They're working, and we kind of made a cohabitation with my youngest daughter. That's my wife's George Winter's sister's niece, lives upstairs, and that's my youngest daughter. And then her brother Jeffrey is my youngest, and then Jeffrey was going with her
okay.
sister.
So how I know George?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get
There's
to this.
2 ways. So my sister used to date Nancy's son,
Yeah, Jeffrey.
Jeffrey. And so I have known sort of about him for many, this was like 20 years ago, maybe.
Yeah.
But also you're active in the University Ukulele Club of Santa Cruz, which is enormous. And I saw you emailed the email list.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's because of Vince Tuzzi and also Andy
Vince
Andrews
Tuzzi.
and Peter Thompson. Well,
And
yeah. Okay, you go. Keep on going.
one more. I'm sorry.
No, go. No, I want you to talk. You already.
You've recorded with Daniel Ho.
Right.
So-
You were telling me.
Shout out to Danny Joy if she's listening. But a really good friend of mine who started as my ukulele teacher became more than a really good friend. I talk to her like once a week. Anyway, so she and Daniel Ho recorded an album together. So we're like, it's like Kevin Bacon. We're so many steps of Kevin Bacon apart already.
Wow.
And now we're friends.
Yeah. This is not friends. You see, we're like family.
Yeah, now we're like family.
She's like my niece now. She's
Yeah.
Well,
she's
now that
a
I've
fan.
had your cooking, can I be your
I know,
family?
right? Don't you
Yeah.
just
Can I
want
be
to
your
be?
family too?
That's what happens too. You know, I guess that was my biggest. I think asset is making connections. That's most of my life. I work with at-risk kids, and there's a disconnect. You know, between the kids and their families, the kids and their environment, and so you know, what I did is just bring them home to to their families or to to themselves and help them discover other gifts and stuff like that. So that's what I'm good at, connecting.
We have a new person in
Yeah.
chat. Alice Morrison.
She's a friend of mine.
Oh, hello, Alice Morrison.
Yeah, hi, Alice. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Alice says, I love it when my favorite musicians talk about my other favorite musicians.
We've had a lot of that tonight.
Yeah, and then even Daniel Ho, I met him by accident, you know. I was traveling at that time with Dancing Cat, and I was playing music with Uncle Rick Connie. He was one of the old composers. Well, you go first.
Also, Esther said, gotta run for a while. We'll catch the rest later.
See you in Concord,
George.
Yeah, I'm actually doing something for Concord. You got to look at my website. It's kahumoku.com. I'm doing something in Concord. I'm doing something. Oh, at
Esther, on your way out, you should totally subscribe to us.
Yeah.
Well, to be chatting, she would have had to.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. So welcome new subscribers.
Yeah, welcome new subscribers.
And
Alex Jones says, what's the playlist tonight, fellas?
I don't know. Whatever you want.
Uncle George here is a world-class slack key guitar player. Let's zoom in again on...
Oh, yeah. The real
on the
star
Grammy,
of the show.
Yeah,
I've been to the Grammys 7 times, and I got 4 Grammys for Best Hawaiian Music.
On the Grammy that is... Yeah, there's currently a Grammy sitting in my house. George is... And
again, we got to bring that back to Daniel Ho. Because, I was going to this store with Ray Connie, and then his wife, Auntie Elodie, had an earache, so she couldn't travel. So these guys paid us like 3 weeks of gigs all ahead of time. They put down like half. Now we either got to return the money or figure out some way how we're going to finish these gigs. Yeah. So I had a hula dancer, Leilani Marino, out of Sebastopol, Santa Rosa or something. There was her first gig. She said, I know this young guy by the name of Daniel Ho. Can he take his place? So, I said, oh, yeah, it's because they paid us already. I don't want to give them back their money. So I didn't see him. I said, Daniel, come. So Daniel comes, and it's his birthday. So his license expired, so he couldn't rent the car.
Oh, no.
So now he's catching like a Greyhound bus all the way from the airport all the way to us. And he's like, and then he's, he never did play music with me before. But he plays every single instrument there is. He's a really good musician. But, he only brought his ukulele, but he brings this huge, 2,000 pounds of equipment, just like how you got in this room.
Honestly, you guys remind me of each other.
Yeah.
When he recorded his album, he did all the percussion himself with shakers and gourds.
Oh, wow, nice.
And yeah.
And then so he's recording. He's coming with me now. Now this is only the first gig, and he can't drive, so he's bringing and he's hauling all this stuff. We look at the Greyhound bus is getting off. Where the heck we gonna put all this stuff now? When I go on the road, I travel very light, and then so.
Speaking of playing with musicians, do you need a stand-up bass player for anything?
Yeah. So once in a while, yeah.
I'd love to play some gigs.
Yeah.
I'd love to play some gigs with you.
See, that's why I want to play bass.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, when I play my guitar, I'm playing bass, rhythm, and lead. So, so anyway, I love to play with all kinds of people and so.
Oh yeah, your lowest string down at a C.
Yeah.
I only have 8 half steps on you with a stand-up bass.
Oh wow!
I got less than an octave.
So anyway, so we hook up with Daniel. And then I tell him, Daniel, you got to lose all this stuff. You can't take this on the road. It's too much equipment, you know. So I tell him, you know, and then not only it's like karaoke, you're playing along with your own self with all these instruments. You know, you can go to a bar and go play karaoke for free. People are not going to pay $35 at a listen, you know, to listen to karaoke.
Yeah.
So I convinced them lose all the instruments, just bring his ukulele. At that time, he didn't sing either. So just come with your instrument. And then he gradually he sent all the rest of the stuff home, and we did 3 weeks of gigs, and he was happy. Then he calls me back a couple years later. I said, you know, then he says, do I know any Hawaiian hymns? I've been collecting hymns for years, and I wanted to do an album of hymns. My great-grandmother asked me to, and nobody wants to record hymns, you know. So all the, you know, booking, even George Winston, no hymns. So he was, you know, hired by the Christian Cathedral in L.A., but they wanted Hawaiian hymns, and I knew the hymns. So we did our first album together.
I'm not even sure what a Hawaiian hymn would sound like.
Well, I can
Guess what?
I'll sing that for you later. We'll get to some song. So anyway, we do this album, and it wins like a Hawaiian Grammy. It's like Nahoko Hano Hano. So we win the first one. And with Daniel, I recorded like 13, maybe 20-something albums. And Daniel had the connection into L.A. He did all the TV stuff like As the World Turns, all that kind of stuff. He's doing the music behind. You know, he's connected with Hollywood and also the Grammys. So when I started this show in Maui, we recorded every show for my brother-in-law George Winston because he wants to hear what we're doing. You know, I had all the masters coming to my show. You know, we come in and we record it. So we sent it. You know, he sent a copy. So Daniel Host came and played and he says, "Wow!" And then they had a category called Hawaiian music, and it was first guy. We didn't even know what the hell that was, the Grammys or anything. So my son was on the first album, and my son and all the other guys who was on the album was like the second string. There was like the next generation, but here we had us guys the first generation. So Daniel said, "Let me listen to the recordings." He listened to the recordings. He said, "I can." So he took those recordings and he cleaned them up, you know, and we just had a really, you know, like a $50 CD player that was recording it. Just so my brother-in-law, and he fixed all that stuff up, and we won 4 Grammys in a row. Look at
wow,
just from Daniel Ho. He had the connection, so that's how. So you know, Daniel and I mentored him in Slacky and other stuff, you know, and then he hooked up with this other friend, Amy Stillman, who helped him pose his songs into Hawaiian. So Danny and I became really great. In fact, you know, I performed his wedding ceremony for him. It was 7/7, I think, 2007 that he got married. Yeah. And I did
Very lucky number.
And I did the same thing too. We had a luau in LA. I cooked for about, I think it was almost 1,000 people. I did everything, kalupi, and everything for his.
As soon as the stream's over, I'm gonna eat some more of that food.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, right.
All that food you cooked.
We have dessert still.
Oh yeah, we got the haupia, which is grated coconut with grated tapioca, and then I tried something different because I wanted to have a what do you call that? A shortbread crust. So I got those Walker's, cookies. But what happened is, I never used it before. You know, so when I put them inside, it started floating up to the top because I guess it's, it's like a pudding thing. So I don't know.
Crust on the top.
Yeah, the crust is on the top instead of the bottom. You know,
Just flip it upside down.
Yeah, pineapple upside down cake.
There you go. Should we do another song?
Yeah. You want to do a hymn?
I would love to hear anything where you sing in Hawaiian. It's so.
It's gonna be. I can do a hymn, or I can write you a song I wrote for my wife.
Sure, yeah.
And this one I recorded with Norton Buffalo from the Steve Miller
You wrote
Band.
it for your wife?
Yeah.
I'd love to hear that.
Now, I wrote this song. She was my girlfriend at the time. And I taught her some ukulele classes up in Ben Lomond. And about 40 students. And for the finished product, it was like a 12-week course. You had to write a song. And you had to put it in Hawaiian, okay? So I had my students perform. It's like a 3-hour thing, just like this. But I forgot to do my homework. I didn't write my own song. So while they're doing their presentation, I wrote this song.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
so I wrote the song in Hawaiian. And basically we were, at that time, that's when 9/11 happened, right? So there's no jobs in Hawaii. So we started doing gigs, going to, you ever heard of the National Association of College Activities?
I don't know.
Those are the guys, those are the guys who have a lot of, National Association of College Activities. These are all the guys, the colleges. They're the members of the student body, the president, vice, and they go around and their budget is huge. UCLA, they got 50,000 students. Each one pays $250 for student dues. Now you times that by 40, they got millions of dollars to spend. So they have these conferences where people try to sell them some acts. I mean, I was even performing with this one guy had this big 25-foot chair. I'm not kidding. And what they do is they hire out the chair for $5,000 a gig, and the kids actually hire it. And then all they do is they take the chair to the student body. And kids would just jump on the doggone chair, take a picture, and they're paying this guy $5,000. That's what I was competing with, all this thing. So I started going to this, and then I started getting.
I'd say I'd much rather see you perform than a giant chair.
But I'm just gonna.
Next time we'll bring both. We'll have the giant chair set up right here.
Right?
Yeah,
right
Porque no los dos.
But then they'd have conferences like in the Northwest, the South, East, West, all the way. And then there'd be between 1,500 and 3,000 colleges coming to this. And so you just set up a booth, and people come around and you give them your card. In those days, I think it was cassettes, so I don't know how I was giving them out, and then they come hire. And then the thing is, all the students want you is during the daytime, most times between 11 and 2. And if you worked it out right, you could do it. And they're paying you between $1,500 and $5,000 a gig.
Wow.
In a year and a half,
Doesn't it sound like just heaven?
No, I'm not kidding, because you go and then their thing of Hawaiian music is they want to hear stuff. Oh, I'm going to the hukilau, and that kind of stuff, the stuff that they hear on the their version on the radio, whatever. So that's the kind of songs. But then there's other gigs that took care of a whole service. Like they wanted to learn ukulele, they wanted to learn guitar, and then they wanted to put a luau on, and I could do all of that. And those are the bigs. They paid me $30,000-$40,000 a gig for those.
Wow,
it's huge, So, in a year and a half, I accumulated enough money, and then there was nothing happening in Hawaii. Hawaii shut down for 2 years, so that's how so I wrote this song for Nancy, because we get up early in the morning, and then for me, I'm really kind of spiritual and tied up to.
How you doing? You need some help?
I just gotta move my butt over just a little. Okay. Let me get this other cushion underneath. So this is like a kind of a spiritual song too. It says in English, "Love be to God for my wahine." It's like that time we weren't married. We were just living in sin, how you want to call it. And I said, thanks to God for this wahine. And then it says, and then it goes from morning to sunrise. That's what we do, from morning to sunrise, and from sunset into the night. We'd be traveling all over the country playing music. And sometimes, like I said, we get 3-4 gigs in one day, each paying between, $1,500 and $5,000. So we accumulated a lot of, but we worked hard, and, but the thing that was really great is we loved what we were doing, and we were in love. And then, so the Hawaiian word for that is alohono. And then we kind of rejoiced in love. So
good night,
Jimbo. It's kind of like and then it goes, we're working through the night, we're working through the wee hours of the morning, we work hard, we play hard. That's what this song is about. So it's a song called I'm going to play in the key of C. And I recorded this with Norton Buffalo. We had a 15 choir in 15-part harmony that sang with us when we recorded this in Whitefish. Aloha ke akua o wahine main. Mahalo ke akua wahine main. Aloha ke akua. You can play along. O wahine main F G7. Aloha ke akua wahine main.
Problem is I can't hear myself.
Take off your in this part. I want you to sing. Aloha no. Aloha no. Aloha no. Aloha no. Oli e. Oli e. Oli e. Place. Aloha no. Si. Aloha no. Oli e. Oli e. Oli e, oli e, oli e. To sunrise, o kahiaka to sunset, makahikina, na po'opo'o o kala, o kapo, into the night, e hana e, we work, e lea e, na po'opo'o o kala, into the night. Aloha no. Aloha no. Aloha no. Aloha no. Oli e, oli e. Oli e, oli e. Oli e. Aloha no. Aloha no. Oli e. Take a lead. Take one. Hana o kapo o like a moe e hana e lea e hana e. We work hard, we play hard. E lea e from the morning to night. Hana o meina o kapo. Aloha. That's the original song I wrote for my wife, Nancy. That got me.
By the way, thank you for letting us have him tonight, Nancy.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
So it's kind of like a hymn, you know. Oh, thank you for playing that bass. That really added a lot to it too. Thank you so
I
much.
was doing my best to try and point a mic at it. I don't know how much it came through.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
It's okay.
Hi, Mom.
Is your mom over there?
My mom's in the
Oh,
chat.
right on. Is she all the way from Colorado?
All the way from Colorado.
Oh, she must be even later in the morning.
Yes, she's an hour later. Oh my gosh.
So I don't know if you want to do some other hymns or where you want to go with this, or what do you think about all of that? Huh?
Allison Morrison in chat said, yes, him. So we've got some people that are enthusiastic.
Yeah, if you guys got any songs, you want to hear original stuff, or you want to know some traditional stuff, traditional hymns.
Sorry, Mom. She says it's late.
Oh, is
You're
that
right.
your mom?
That's my mother.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom. Thanks for all the music lessons.
And I got songs written by my kids too. I wrote songs for, original songs that I wrote too for, I don't know where you want to go, but we can go anywhere you want to go. Or you want to hear more originals? Or?
What's your favorite song off of the Hymns albums, of which there are 2?
My favorite song is a song called Loko Mai Kai. I learned this song in Hawaiian, and it wasn't until 2006 that I actually learned the English words from Norton Buffalo. We did an album together.
Oh, okay.
So
I can harmonize this one.
Yeah, this
You'll
is
recognize
called.
it. Yeah.
It's a song we call Loko Mai Kai. Now, when I grew up in Hawaii, we came from Kona, which is South Kona, and then we in those days we didn't fly. We took a boat to Honolulu, and we all tried out for this all Hawaiian school called Kamehameha. And unfortunately, the school was run by Protestant missionaries, and even though there was 4 Hawaiians, they wanted us to be not Hawaiian. They actually taught us songs that they heard on the radio. There was Hawaiian songs, but they didn't know the language, so they're teaching us songs about drinking and taking the whiz off the. I could do a song about that. They didn't know.
So you're at home singing your sacred songs, and then you go to school and you learn the songs about drinking.
Yeah. So this is they just didn't know. I can do that song later on, but let's do the hymn thing first.
Yeah.
So anyway, when we moved to Honolulu, we lived in close to Pauwawet. It's above this. It's like a reservation land called Papakolea, and below there was a Chinese graveyard. And so we became almost every single religion there was. When we heard at the Chinese, they have funerals. At the end of the funeral, they'd always pop firecrackers to get rid of the spirits, but then they'd leave food on the grave. They would have like whole roast pigs, roast duck, chow siu bao, oranges, apples, food to feed and money. They need money in a little.
I'm gonna pretend that I died so people leave me some food and money.
Yeah, well, and then this is the after. So when the fireworks is over, that means the funeral's over. Everybody's leaving. So wherever we are in the valley, and this valley is like huge, but we can hear the fireworks and boom, 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 boom. So we start taking off, and when we reach there, everybody's getting to the garden and leaving. As soon as they leave, man, we attack the grave. We start eating. We eat all the food on the grave. You know what I mean? That's how I grew up.
That's why nothing worked today. It's because George was cursed from eating all the grave food.
That one of those ghosts came back.
Because this doesn't usually happen, does it?
and you were talking. You were talking earlier.
I actually think that it's really nice that the angles where I go to the tablet to diagram stuff out, and the angles where I go search stuff on the internet, it's good that stuff didn't work, because this is a whole vibe.
Yeah.
And I feel like diagramming it out in like intervals and stuff would have just detracted from
I agree.
just the cool vibe that this is.
Oh, okay.
I agree.
Yeah.
I just go with the flow. So if I talk too much, you just get shit. So anyway, we moved to Honolulu, and then you said you went to Catholic school, right? So at 6.
I said I got kicked out of Catholic
you
school.
got kicked out of Catholic.
And my husband.
Yeah. So anyway,
You got kicked out of your husband?
No, both of us went to the same Catholic school
I'm kidding.
where my grandmother taught, and we were both kicked out of that
Your
school.
grandmother kicked you out of school.
No, the
Your
nun.
grandmother couldn't save you from being kicked out of school.
She could not. Honestly, in my case, it was kind of mutual. I was like,
Yeah.
see ya.
Yeah.
So
Fair.
anyway, at 6 o'clock in the morning, we all 26 of us became Catholics because they served free pancake breakfast with. You remember it was the log cabin syrup? They had them in the cans in those days.
When I was in college, there was like this little like Mormon thing right adjacent to the college, and I used to
Where was this college now?
it was in Southern California.
Okay.
I used to pretend like they were converting me. I would let them talk to me about Mormonism, and they had the best snacks, and I would just hang out and eat their snacks, and they would like try to convert me, and I'd be like, oh yeah, that's very
Well, you know, my great grandfather helped to start the Mormon Church in Hawaii. So
really.
yeah, he was one of the founders of the Mormon Church.
Did he have good snacks also?
Oh, okay.
Obviously.
That was
Yeah, he converted a lot of people.
well, at 6 o'clock we were.
Also, he founded and taught George everything he knows about food.
Well, it was
Sorry to interrupt
at 6
you.
o'clock we were Catholics. Then at 12 noon we became Mormons again, because they had tuna sandwich with orange exchange juice and potato chips. You know. Then in the afternoons there was this holy rolls, like what you call Filipinos, and then we rolling on the ground. I mean, literally rolling on the ground, and they'd talk in tongues and all kind of stuff. But then they'd have free desserts, like these. They roll it up in leaves, like a coconut with tapioca and pudding. They call it budbud and tascaron. So in 2 o'clock in the afternoon, we'd become, and then once a month there'd be big luau's at the Protestant place. So, we'd have kalua pig, lomi salmon, poke fish, all of that, poi, and all of that. So we go.
I love poke. Oh.
Yeah, we should have made. I should have made some poke for tonight.
Next time.
That was an option.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I had
Let's do
poke
this
on
again.
July
We'll have
4th.
poke next time.
Yeah, we can have poke next time.
Yeah.
So anyway, and then so we became Protestants, and then once a year they'd have the bond dance with the Buddhists right down the street, Nuanu. So they'd have, they gave free rice balls with the seaweed on the outside, nori, and inside they have these pickled sour plums with salt in.
Oh, nice.
They did have pickled
what are those
vegetables,
called?
like daikong and all that. And then they have dried fish. So we become Buddhist. So we went to almost every single church that there was.
There's where I used to live in Berkeley, there's a Thai Buddhist temple.
Mm.
And they can't sell food. They don't sell food. But they will sell you tokens. And they will let you exchange tokens for food. So,
Okay.
So once a week, it still happens. We could go to Berkeley and go to this. Once a week, the entire city of Berkeley mobs this Thai Buddhist temple because it's the best food ever. And you exchange your money for tokens, and then you go around and you give all these different booths tokens.
Oh, so there's different booths then. So it's
They give you different stuff.
Oh yeah.
There's one that's really good is this battered and fried taro, and in that same spot you can get, they mix rice flour and coconut milk.
Yeah.
And they put it in this little thing that makes these little semicircles.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you've had that?
Yeah.
And then they'll put either cinnamon, and it's weird to put on a dessert, but green onion. And then they put the two halves together, and it's a ball of and it's crunchy on the outside and soft coconut milk on the inside. Oh, so fucking good.
Yeah. So that's why we went to church for. Not only to fill our spirits, but mostly to fill our stomachs.
Yeah.
But across the street where I was born and raised, I was the United Church of Christ Church, and everything was in Hawaiian. The sermon was in Hawaiian, the hymns are nice. So this is the hymn that I learned. and taught to me by my great grandmother Tutukoko. I'm going to play in the key of F. You can play ukulele.
I want to
You
sing.
I just want to sing. Okay.
But
Yeah, you
I
can
will
you see
be
the words?
reading the Hawaiian for the first time if
Okay.
I sing it in Hawaiian.
Okay.
I think I can't do both.
Maybe
in
I'll
fact.
keep the camera angle on all three of us, and I'll try.
Yeah, try to play the bass. It's going to be
Okay.
I'll try to play bass along with it.
okay. And this is a songs I've been I was saving for years and years. Then along comes Danny Ho, and he says, "Oh, let's record this stuff." We do it. We win all these awards, you know. So it was if it wasn't for Danny Ho, you know, we wouldn't have won even one Grammy or no Hawaiian Nahuko awards. Yeah, let me tune it up real quick.
Yeah, also, your guitar sounds so good and so in tune that every ukulele I pick up sounds out of tune. Especially with the ear monitors. Now I know.
Yeah.
You need to get shorter.
Oh, you can put the microphone a little bit lower so you can get a really good stretch. Oh, it sounds good. Does it come in? You can hear it better. Okay. Go ahead. Can you see the words? Loko mai kai e nani no ola mai ia ua he ia e aloha ano ua po Take one, Jesse. Na olelo pa'a mai kai Hupu honua kahakure Ihola mahulo wahano. Here's the words learned from Northern Buffalo. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. 'Twas grace that taught my heart to fear, and grace my peace relieved. How precious did that grace appear, the hour I first believed. One more time, Jesse Funny. Through many dangers, toils and snares, we already have come. 'Twas grace that brought me safe thus far, and grace will lead us home. The Lord has promised good to me. His word my hope secures. He will my shield and portion be, as long as life continues. From the top, raising good. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. Iola. Iola mahulo wahano. Iola mahulo wahano.
That was so
Yeah,
gorgeous.
look at my kaya. Thank you so much, man. You know how to really harmonize great, man. So what an honor to play with both of you.
I loved that so much. When my grandfather died, my sister and I sang that at his funeral.
Well, now I'll give you the words in Hawaiian so you can learn the Hawaiian.
Oh, can't wait. I want your whole book to fall into a copier.
Yeah. Now this is the stuff that I sing from it. I started
you.
these workshops at the beck and call of one of my students. I taught a workshop at Stanford University. I met this guy Ed Bigelow, and he wanted to learn Slacky so bad, so he said, "Well, why don't you start a workshop?" And the workshop's going for 27 years, almost 30 years, because of Ed Bigelow.
Thank you, Ed Bigelow.
Yeah, and he actually took the songs that I knew was all in my head, and he put them in book form. And then we have a book called This and That. And when one of my brothers was in jail, my brother Moses, he actually took all this. He had so much time, so he would write these things on, those yellow notebook back papers, And he started doing all the fingerings, all the different tunings and all like that. And Ed was able to take that. He was a .com guy, you know, in Silicon Valley. And he was able to convert these songs into books and all kinds of stuff. The only thing that was missing really was the chords. So Danny, who told me I should be putting the chords onto the songs because we only know the chords in our heads, you know. So now I'm starting to make the sheet music for the songs, thousands of songs, you know. So I got 10 that I've done so far. And in fact, I gave you the book. Oh, what did I do with all that stuff? I should show it on the air so people can see it, you know.
Do we have a new person in chat here?
Okay.
Theith Elvin.
I don't recognize them. Welcome.
Welcome, Theith Elvin. You're catching us right at the end.
That's not Elvin Bishop, is that?
I don't know.
Are you Elvin Bishop?
We are.
Be honest.
We're about 14 minutes over when we
sorry.
end, but we started about 20 minutes late.
Exactly.
So we probably have another few in us.
Okay,
For
whatever you want to do, you know.
I'm fine. I could do
all
you know, night.
you gotta raise. I played music when I was growing up, 6-7 days a week, 6 to 8 hours a day. So,
wow.
But that's when I learned how to do instrumental because you know you cannot 6 hours a day, 7 days a week. So that's when and then my brother and I would do these what do you call odysseys. You know, nobody would pay attention. We played at Mauna Kea Beach, even though we were paying. You know, I had a contract for $150,000 a year. So we just start jamming, you know. And I remember we had one practice session on a song one of my daughters wrote, and we almost killed each other. You know? And then after that, I said, okay, no more practicing. So what we do is if I had a song, we just bring it to the gig. We play it once. And then during the break, we say what are we going to make changes on. Then we play it twice. And the second time we did it, we did it like that for the rest of our lives. That's what we did, yeah.
That's it. It's cemented.
Yeah. That's how so that was, I never did practice actually my whole life. I don't know, you want to do a song written by my daughter? You want to do the one that I learned about drinking alcohol from my kindergarten teachers?
Oh my God. Tell him what this song title is in English, because that's hilarious.
It says, I throb for alcohol.
I throb for liquid.
Yeah, that's what I throb for liquid.
Forget craving. We're throbbing.
The one that you wrote for your daughter, you said?
No, she wrote a song. She actually went surfing.
You know what? Do that one because we had your rice today and it was extraordinary.
Yeah, that's
about that rice.
Yeah, so like you can call it whole keeper rice. No,
maybe I can actually try to get a mic on my upright for this.
Yeah, it sounds good though. I don't know. It sounds good for where I'm at.
Doesn't have any chords though, so.
No,
so
it's gonna be an F.
Which is fun.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Tiffany from Lark. Hello.
Oh, good. Yeah, I like to go to the workshop and then I hope I can teach. I don't know if what they charge or pay teachers or whatever, but I wouldn't mind going. And then I can also hook up. I also taught Puget Sound. I taught there for 3 summers. Up in Puget Sound. There's a whole different vibe up there. I taught in Elkins Davis, Savannah. Knoxville, Tennessee, all over there.
Oh, that's actually coming through, right?
Oh my gosh.
Sounds good to me. And
No, I don't.
Yeah.
I'm fine.
What key's the next one in?
Gonna be all in F because I'm in this F tuning. And it's hard to play F on a bass. So. I used to play stand-up bass too, so.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I can play.
And we didn't even talk about Alaska. This is the most interesting man in the world. You thought it was that other guy with the beard, but no, it's this guy.
Which beard? Which guy with the beard?
Remember we were talking about the ad? It went in the car.
Oh yeah.
Dos Equis guy. He's more interesting than the Dos Equis guy, and he's real.
Okay. So anyway, this is a place called Ho'okipa. It's a surfing spot, and my daughter was going with this guy, again, I taught this young man. He was a senior, and my daughter's a freshman. And man, the guy used to go fishing, bring me fish, and I taught him how to artificially inseminate pigs, and he had 100% cat. So I was trying to get hooked up my daughter. She was a Hawaiʻi girl with this guy, is Portuguese, Portuguese Polish guy. So after they go surfing, they go home to his house, and he had a stream going by. It had watercress going stream, had chickens, so they get eggs, green onions, and stuff going in the garden. And they just like you, but they have a leftover can of Spam in the icebox, eggs, and leftover rice. So they did the same thing. They made this. They go to grandma's house, and they made this. So she wrote this poem about whole keeper rice, and I set it to music. So I'm just gonna get myself situated over here. I gotta get myself up a little bit more on this.
We'll get a better chair for you next time. I'm sorry about that.
I just want to get this underneath my ass, so I get my, or even put my leg up a little bit. Okay, see if
you want me to swap this so
no,
you can.
No, I just want to put this up higher so I can get. Oh, hold it.
You want to help?
I'm
Megan?
falling. I'm
Yes.
falling into that hole right there.
I'm tied to the thing.
Wait, let me just put this one down. Yeah, then at least my ass is up. There we go. Because I was falling. Okay, thank you. So anyway, she wrote this song, and I set it to music. And this is another song I recorded with Norton Buffalo. So it'll be fun. C7, F, F7, B flat, F, C7, F, F, C7.
I'm still tuned down.
What?
Never mind. Plug it. Go on. Plug it. Plug it.
And not the grandma's to eat the whole keep her rice. Bring your microphone. Watercress, celery, spam,
Onions and spice.
If you ever have it once, you're gonna want it twice. Gotta try grandma, hope keep her right. Take one, Jesse. Grandma came to the mainland so long ago. She was a typical Hawaiʻi that we all know. She was traveling up to haiku when a thought came to mind. Fantastic idea, one of a kind. So we're heading down to grandma's to eat some whole keep our rice. Watercress, celery, spam, onion, spice. If you ever had it once, you're gonna want it twice. Yeah! Gotta try grandma, whole keep our rice. One more time, Jesse. She went back to her kitchen, made something new. Something exciting to go to her stew. She makes some leftovers with some boring white rice. Oh, delicious! Sure smells nice. So we're heading down to grandma's, so keep our rice. Watercress, celery, spam, onion, spice. If you ever have it once, you're gonna want it twice. Gotta try grandma, hope keep our rice. What's that? Gotta try grandma, hope keep our rice. You gotta try grandma, hope keep our rice.
That was so much fun. Yay!
No, there's Whole Keeper Rice written by my daughter Sarah Hall. She now lives in Amsterdam, Luxembourg. She works for Amazon.com in charge of marketing.
Very
She gave me
cool.
2 grandkids.
She's a good songwriter too.
Yeah. Well, she's a really good writer and poetry and all of that. And she was the one who learned how to do the computer, and she put us on. So they did this to the University of Michigan or Minnesota or whatever, and that's when they found out I had one of the best herds in the whole world.
We're back to pigs and food.
and that's how I was voted to be a Pork All-American for the state of Hawaii.
Wow.
Yes, true. Because she kept all the records, and we had because we had the wild breed in our herd. We had the best mothering, and then I brought in this breed that came from Sweden that threw 21 to 25 babies every time he gave birth. So we had the numbers were up there. Yeah. So anyway, Sarah Hall, my Hanai daughter.
Well, we started about 20 minutes late, and we're about 20 minutes over, so I think that was an episode.
Should we call it?
Okay, you can call it if you want to do that. So I'm good with whatever you want to do.
It was an absolute thrill to have you on the show.
Okay.
You are such a fabulous musician and
thank you.
An amazing person, and you're so kind, and you've got such good energy.
Oh, thank you.
And I feel really lucky to have had you on tonight.
All right, thank you so much. And the thing, like I said, we connected first through food. It's like the other musicians, just like B.B. King, man.
That's right.
I didn't know what the heck he sounded like. Man, he could cook, man. So thank you for those oranges, and thank you for the colored greens that's purple. I never had colored greens that's purple.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go home and plant those. So that's that'll. And sharing the aloha and your
My
wife.
face hurts
and,
from smiling.
Yeah.
This was absolutely wonderful.
Yeah, same.
And chat, thank you all for hanging out with us tonight. If you guys weren't here, we'd just be hanging out in a room in my house, jamming. So it's really nice to have you guys here with us, and we appreciate each and every one of you who's listening and talking with us in chat.
Yeah, mahalo nui loa.
All right.
What he said.
We love you guys. Bye, everyone.
E Hawaii e kuone, anahu e. Song about love for Hawaii. Ku'o me kula irine. Oli no au I na ponolani o lani o. E Hawaii aloha e. Happy to children. E haoli na oki o Hawaii me. Oli e oli. Oli e oli e oli e. Oli e. Rejoice, rejoice. Oli e. Mai na ahe ahe makani e pa mahine. Mao ke aloha no Hawaii. Mao ke aloha aloha. Mahalo, Jesse. Thank you. And mahalo, Megan. Aloha.
Bye.